Welcome everyone to Dravoas Session 2. Yay! It's our
Yay!
second week. You get to really get into the action this week, I hope anyway. And I will just do a quick recap of what happened last week, and then we'll jump straight into it. So, let me see here. The date is the 23rd of 4th of 12/14. I should probably write that. Also, real quick, hold on. I gotta get rid of the stream board here. There we go. I will write this in chat for everyone. Yeah. So it's the way that dates work in Dravoas is a little bit strange, but it's the 4th month, so IV/23/12/14. That's the date in Dravoas right now, as we start our journey again. Bjorgulf arrives on a boat in Tyvan's river docks, pursuing leads on Decius's murder. He first asks around at a local tavern and receives a crude map and directed to the Grand Archive. After arriving at the Grand Archive, he discovers Decius was an archivist, working on a project in Deverger. He also learns that that the symbol on the paper that he found on Decius's body depicted an ancient Tyvan pictogram that represented a cage. As he's leaving by chance, he sees two men carrying a case with that exact same symbol, who he decides, that's convenient, who decides to follow, but is quickly spotted tailing them. Two men confront the dwarf, asking him why he's following them, who lets it spill that he's looking for a Decius, or clues on Decius. They threaten the dwarf along with him back to their seeming base, I should say. After arriving at the base, Aris Electigalia orders Vasoya Siskola Antomasia to escort the dwarf downstairs into a cell and confiscate his weapons. Vasoya and the two robed men proceed downstairs, where the dwarf is locked up and the contents of the box they had been hauling are emptied into the cell, or into another cell. Eventually, Vasoya is fetched for a ceremony and returns a short time later with the original gruff man who had barked at her upstairs, and now a new red-haired woman who would introduce herself as Seya Gethian Islia. She questions them both, determines their usefulness, and has Dorgulf's paper confiscated. She puts Robin's psychometric sense to the test and asks her to examine an obsidian dagger. Robin is mentally shook by the reptilian eyes and guttural sound she hears that assaults her senses during the assessment. Seya then asks the two what they wish to do from here. They can enter her service or stay imprisoned. Both agree to join the service of the Mithrari, and Seya and Aras depart to deliberate on what to do with them, while Vasoya is asked to remain behind. After a brief conversation, Vasoya runs from the dungeon, and let's see here. Sorry, I lost me, please. And Gaius, who's also in the dungeons, warns the two, Robin and Bjorgulf, not to trust Seya. Shortly after, they're fetched by a rank-and-file cultist member and brought upstairs to meet in front of Seya, Aris, and a cadre of other cultists. Seya informs them the two will be forming an adventurer group of 3 under Vasoya's supervision. The group will be managed by the Mithrari, who will provide their missions and select them for them. And that's where we're going to start off, as our 3 adventurers have arrived at Vasoya's family home, the Siskola residence in Tyvan. So I guess I'll go ahead and just pass it over to you guys. Why don't you just really quickly tell us who you are, your name, and a little bit about your character. So we'll start with Alexi. How about that?
Okay, my name is Alexi. Who I am? Who am I? I don't know.
Well, you think, therefore you are.
I think, therefore I am. Yeah, so I live in Japan, working as a translator.
A little bit shorter is fine. Name,
okay.
Character. Let's focus on character.
Name, character.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Alright, my name is Alexi. My character is Bjorgulf. He is a dwarf inventor that happens to walk on mechanical spider legs. Boom.
He's also in love with firearms and
Yes.
general gadgetry, which you will see a lot in Tyven. How about Jackie?
Hey, hello.
Hello.
I my name is Jackie, and I am playing Vasoya, aka Baso, and she is what? Should I go into detail or no? I'll just say name and character.
Yeah, where she just noble, just a little bit of a
Okay.
brief background about the character, maybe something like that.
So yeah, she comes from a family of nobility in Taipei, and she's currently working for the military on service, and may or may not be part of a cult. Yeah.
May or may not.
Yeah, subjective.
And finally, we'll pass it to Eric.
I'm Eric.
You don't have to
I'm
give
play-
that. You can give as much detail as you want, Eric. As little, I should say, maybe.
Much or as little?
As much or
Yeah. I'm Eric. I'm playing Robin, the puppet thaumaturge that has a rather complex situation, but basically I'm a doll with an attitude problem.
That's a good way to describe it. Okay. Awesome. That will do. That'll do, Pig. Not that I'm calling you a pig. Just never mind. All right. So here we have it today. We're gonna be beginning here. Is there anything that you guys want to do? You want to start out in character? Is there any talk that you guys want to happen?
I think we left off going to sleep last session. Or
Okay.
about to go to sleep.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna skip to the next morning.
Fair enough. We
That's
can do
fine.
that then. Just making
Yeah.
sure that nobody else did so. And it'll fade to black as everyone. I'm guessing here. Let me. Should probably also. She slept here. And did you two share a bed?
I think.
I think Lexi's character slept on the couch.
Yeah,
Oh, right. That sounds right.
Something like that. Yeah.
That would have
Yeah.
been strange. Okay.
So a dwarf with 8 legs and a doll was in the room yet.
Wait, what?
No, what? What?
Wait, what?
I mean,
What?
it's
Wait.
perfectly acceptable for anyone to sleep with a doll, but yeah.
So it's early in the morning. Let's say you guys wake up around 7 a.m. At the yes, as sunlight pours into the house and fills it with illumination. You all rise and saunter into the living room at roughly the same time, after getting dressed and freshening up and that sort of thing.
Okay, good. You qualified getting dressed.
Putting on your dog clothes. What do you mean? Like,
Brushing your hair.
yeah,
Yeah.
bonnet, you know. Says
I'm
we're
not
cute.
wearing a bonnet. I'm wearing a cap.
Wearing like a Sherlock
Same
Holmes
difference,
cap. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? Tomato, tomato.
I mean, it's more like tomato potato, but okay.
By the way, the game is paused. Just
Oh, there you
Yeah,
in
go.
case you don't see.
Sorry,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
go for
just
it.
all right. No worries. It's just putting it out there.
No worries.
Okay. So
Good
it's
morning, Bjorgolf.
Huh? It's morning?
Yes.
I forget that there's a sun to mark morning here.
you not have a sun where you're from.
Oh no, we don't see sun for many days at a time.
Oh, are you a
What's
shut-in?
Do you live in a cave?
Precisely. Many of us live in a cave, roughly speaking.
Great holds
box of
underground.
scraps?
Giant
Yeah,
caverns.
a really-
Yes.
Yes, a very big cave.
Do you have a box of scraps when you're in there?
Pardon?
I get it.
I mean,
'cause
you're an
he's,
inventor, right? You gotta
Ah.
have materials and all that. So
Oh, there's plenty
live
of
in,
materials.
yeah. So you live in a cave with a box of scraps.
I guess you can say that. Yes, I have all my materials paid for by the company, if that's what you mean.
Awesome. That is.
Company, what is this company you speak of?
Oh, it's a large mining conglomerate where I had a wee little accident, and I point to my legs.
So,
Who's the ex- Go ahead. Go ahead.
as he's talking, Robin, I'll take out my notebook and make a note. Dwarves live underground. Th-
So,
This is so obvious.
what exactly is this accident you had?
Oh well, I lost my legs. That's the accident.
But you have 8 legs.
Oh well, I lost 2 and gained 4.
2. But Soya puts up her hands. Lost 2 gain.
I know what it's like to lose something. I lost my body.
Lost
What?
2.
Oh, did you now?
Well, yeah, unless you think I was born like
But
this. And I roll up my sleeve and show the ball jointed parts.
I'm
decency.
I'm
Aren't you a
fascinated.
lady?
I'm fascinated by the prospect that he might be a gadget thing, and I lean in close and
Oh.
start inspecting the gadget or the joint. How
Yeah.
how does this work? What are you powered
I'll
by?
tell you what, Alexi. Make a crafting check and then an arcana check. Do both of those things. Both of those
Okay.
things.
Soya also appears in interest.
What?
What?
While he's rolling for that, I'll explain what. Well, I don't know exactly what I'm powered by, but I think it's like some kind of blue light because I kind of see that when I'm sleeping or dreaming or whatever.
Do you now?
Yeah.
So those are my roles, DM.
Okay.
Oh wow!
Those are really good rolls.
Really good
You
rolls.
totally understand how the everything works together. You recognize that her or his body, it's a little androgynous, and they don't really say either way. But Robin's body is, as far as you can tell, was once originally just a normal doll, although it incorporated large amounts of obsidian, and you believe you understand from a little bit of dabbling into arcana and everything, that at some point everything, the obsidian changed, warped the body, and now it's quasi living. There's a mechanism for you guess, right? You've deduced that there's even a mechanism that turns food into energy for this body. By all in any way, it's a living creature. It was once a doll, but now it is living. Although you can recognize how it was once artificial.
Well, my little Robin, you speak the truth. I can see copious. I can see your body was fitted with copious amounts of obsidian, which somehow turned you into a real boy. I'm sorry, a girl.
Either one's okay.
I take out my own notebook
you-
and jot down a few
Yeah.
notes.
I
So
should have
you-
mentioned this earlier, but Robin is not going to care either way if they're referred to as male or female.
I was gonna say, is it like a? So what do you prefer? Do you prefer she, or he, or
Yes,
they, or it, or
Yes.
take your
some, or
pick.
yes.
I really don't care, and I don't really have any evidence going one way or the other. I don't remember what I used to be like, so...
I see.
Though, for public persona,
Wow.
maybe the fact that this doll was designed based on a girl maybe skew that way, but when we're in private, I don't really mind either way. Although it is a little demeaning.
Oh, Robin, it is. And
Okay,
then-
Miss Captain. What needs some shooting?
And
I
as if
say this.
on cue, you see Vasoya, you are standing directly in eye shot of the door at the end of the
The hall.
atrium entryway,
Atrium.
right? And you see
Fancy.
the door opens, and inside steps one of the familiar, and he shuts the door behind him. One of the familiar red-robed cultists that you've definitely seen around the base, and he stops here in the atrium and slightly bows, but does not. He seems to be waiting.
I'll get that. And then she walks towards the entrance.
And as you
of
enter the room, he
audience,
puts his
and
he extends his arms outwards, palms upwards, dips his head toward the ground, and says, "Ave Tyven."
Vasoya does the same.
And he steps forward and says, "And where are the other two?"
They are getting acquainted with the house.
I
They're
see.
inside.
Well, I have come
And
to
what
tell
have
you,
you for me today?
you must please select an adventuring name. You're being recorded in. You're being registered with the Adventurers Guild today, so I need you three, to choose a name.
What kind of name do we have?
He gives you a puzzled look. Well, that would be up to you. Every
I
adventuring
assume
group
you
requires
that
a
we-
name.
You can choose a name. Do we make up a name or what?
You should perhaps confer with your other two members about a name.
And she goes back inside. All right, team. Sorry, that was really loud. Sorry. Okay.
Of course.
All right, team. We need a name for our guild, or a group, or team, or what have you, or unit.
One name for the whole group, or do we have like stage names now?
This is not a play. This is real life.
Life is but a play.
Ugh.
Oh,
For
little
the
Robin
Adventurers
knows me.
Guild,
That gets my drift.
Yeah.
we need to register a name.
So basically,
So
our
what
little
happened?
acting troupe needs a proper name for the registration stuff, huh?
Any ideas?
We can call our group the Troop of Flugroib.
What?
I give
Flugyorb. Flugroib.
Something a little easy on the ears, maybe. How about
How about
How about
I-
the troop of Ale?
yeah, it's a little too generic. How about I'm looking up
Also,
Yorgolf
Siskola
and
or Vasoya, you notice that you hear some footsteps, and he's like opening the rooms and walking in and out, just studying them, kind of just looking around. The cultist, yeah.
okay?
Walking
Because
around.
he's here in the atrium, so I
Right.
can't tell he's okay. I see.
He's just walking into this room, stays in there for a while, comes out, goes into the other one. You just notice over your shoulder as you're speaking with the
Ooh,
others.
not in the pool. not in the pool. So I just walk straight in and just sploosh.
About the powder kegs.
That's
Hey!
not clandestine enough for me.
You!
How about spider bats?
Could you not?
Yes.
No, not you. What are you doing?
I mean, you got 8 legs like a spider,
Can't you
and
just stay here?
bats are
This is
cool.
my home.
Yes,
So,
yes. I
spider bat.
was investigating for threats.
You look like a threat yourself.
He,
Could you
he
stay
tilts
one
his
place,
head
baby?
and does this salute to you and says, "Oh, of course. I apologize."
Stay here,
Mhm.
please. And
He,
Vasora
he
goes
does
back
he
into
does
the-
this a subtle bow again, the same salute, just a little bit more subtly, not opening his arms all the way this time, but dips his head, opens his arms, of
and
almost
Vasora
half-hearted.
briskly returns back into the
Although
living
we are kind of
quarters.
a circus sideshow.
Not. It doesn't have gravitas.
Circus sideshow doesn't have gravitas? Yeah, I
No.
don't think so either. But spider bats does.
Spider-Man.
Spider bats.
Ooh, I like that. Spider bats.
Yeah.
You hear ahem,
Ugh.
ahem. He overhears your conversation. Says, most of the most famous adventuring guilds, color, and now.
Color and what?
Now.
Noun. Color.
Down.
All right, black
now?
spider bats.
How about crimson spider bats?
I do.
Cause you've got a red facial hair. I've got a red dress, and she's got a red cultist
Like
thing.
red.
You,
that
you've
works for
noticed that in Tybin in
It's a
general,
guard.
you see red basically everywhere.
Yeah. So crimson spider bats would work pretty well.
Hey, Spider-Man, something. What about equines?
Equines?
Yes. like
Equines?
horses.
Nay. I can't ride a
Yeah.
horse. Look how small I am. I'm luggage.
we say cargo, but luggage.
I mean, I was literally luggage for a
Tomato,
month,
potato.
so
Now. Okay, crimson. I like crimson.
Crimson spiders.
I like that. I'm cool with that. Spider bats would be cooler, but crimson spiders is good too.
Why spiders? Why spider? Why spider?
Well, I am part spider.
I
Spider,
just,
spider,
I just
spider,
point to
spider,
him.
spider,
One,
spider,
two.
Spider. Yeah, I know. I get spiders. I get spiders. Why bats?
Because bats are cool.
Bats are
They
cool.
fly around their nose. Are
See,
you're
even the
bat side?
disembodied voice. I'm kidding.
Breaking the fourth wall here. Look at the audience like body voice agrees.
Like, are you okay?
Like what are you looking at? How about arachnids? Arachnids.
Crimson
Arachnids.
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 That has a ring
It
to it.
doesn't really roll off the tongue, though.
Fine, spiders, 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 it is spiders, crimson spiders.
Crimson spider bats?
And Sawyer looks at Bjorg, sorry. As in for confirmation.
Spider bats.
Spider bats. And if you want some reasoning, there's 3 of us, so there should be 3 aspects to the name. You're the crimson, he's the spider, I'd be the bat.
But you don't fly.
Who says
So
it has to be
why-
that kind of bat? Haven't you ever played good old 4 bases? Never mind. Like a
For what? For what?
another
Bases?
name for a club
Bases.
where I'm from is a bat.
Bases, you mean like army base? Like a military.
I didn't mean to ping. Norman.
That's okay.
It's a game. It's a sport. I don't know anything about the sports
do
in
you,
this
Do you
world.
have a bat? Are you a bat? Can you turn into a bat?
I don't know. Maybe.
And then Vasoya goes over to Robin and tries to and picks her up by the legs as if trying to hold her like a bat, like a club.
That'd be a grapple check, I think. I'm gonna resist that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jackie, Vasoya, make a athletics check. In fact, hold on.
Let me go to my,
Let me double check here. Then action.
Where? Okay, so after you open up the character sheet, right? Athletics open by default in the drop-down menu. So where is it? It's not in this area, or is it in? It's not in the default
It's
page,
your
but it's on a different tab.
proficiencies, right? The hand
Okay.
icon.
Got it. All right.
And you'll be making a check against Robin's Fortitude DC, which is 16.
Pretty hefty for a doll. Hold up. I'm just saying. All right. So
That is
roll-
pretty hefty.
Like, I'm
Wait,
just
did you say
saying.
16 or 60?
16.
16.
1-6.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah,
that's
thaumaturge.
surprising.
It's okay.
No,
It's
that's
okay.
I'll roll.
Her reflex DC is 11, so there's a very clumsy doll, but strong.
But pretty sturdy.
Very
Jeez.
durable.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The
I
person who
shall
made it
roll
was
a
very, very okay.
Ah, 16.
You grab her by the ankles.
Hey, put me down! What are you doing?
You know, you're pretty sturdy for a dog. And then
I
kinda
know I
looks
am,
at
but what are you?
the person holding you, and then she drops. She drops her.
You hear from the atrium, Lady Siskola.
Yes, the name. Yes. And then she goes back towards the entrance.
She touched my ankles.
Our name. We shall be called the Mighty Crimson Spider-Bats.
He
With
nods
a
his
little more
head.
gusto.
The mighty crimson spider bats. Tilts his head to the side.
Mighty Crimson Spider.
Lady Siskola, did you say spider bats?
This was a decision by the team, and I will adhere to it.
He looks
It's as I commanded.
you, and then he slowly averts his gaze to the wall and nods slowly, turns and walks out the door, shutting it behind him when he
And
leaves.
dragging me along into the pool.
Oh,
Did you?
yes. And
Okay.
he takes his leave.
Wait, hold on. Wait, as he's leaving, before, can you bring the token back? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
sure.
Yeah, so, Vasto cries out, says, wait, when do we start?
He
go
stops
to the
and
guild, or
turns
what-
and
What
said,
do we do?
"You will be notified when the mission is ready."
And then she salutes
He does a salute back,
to him,
steps out,
and
and closes the door.
okay, she heads back in. Okay. So we just wait.
Is
That's
there
it?
anything you
That's
guys
it, we wait.
want to do
It's
in the
official.
meantime? You could be waiting hours, days. I don't know. Like, is there anything in the that you guys want to do?
Downtime.
I had a mystery I wanted to figure out, like why people. What's the deal with some of the things in the primer we talked about over the?
Okay, you probably have to go out and talk to some people for that, right? Or maybe talk
Yeah.
to Vasoya about that.
Well, I'll start by asking Vosoya because I am lazy and she is right here.
Oh, sounds
Hey,
like a reasonable
I have
conversation.
questions for
Real
you.
quick, let me figure out. Alexi, what would you like to do if you had time right now?
I would like to try and craft something, or at least start crafting something.
What would that be?
Let's see.
Bat wings.
Something level
Basic.
1. Blast cryo. What is?
Well, I'll tell you
so-
what. While we're doing the conversation with Robin and Vasoya, why don't you look through your basic crafting book, find something that you want to craft, and then we'll get that sorted on the side.
Okay. Also, I realized some of the things in my alchemy crafting book are already included in the basic crafter's book, so
Okay.
we'll have to choose something else for the alchemy part.
Okay.
And much of the stuff is disabled for your campaign anyway, from the crafter's book. So.
Yes, I would assume so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll do some thinking
Sounds
while
great.
you guys talk.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Okay, so tell me about this. Oh, God, I lost the page. This.
Robin,
Loading,
the
loading.
doll super sleuth is on the case.
Super sleuth music.
Mhm.
I mean, fitting. 'Cause,
sorry,
you know, Avatar has like a Sherlock.
Eric,
Almost.
while you do your thing, I need a few minutes to take care of an emergency really quick. So you guys
Oh,
do your
by all
thing.
means. By all means.
In real life? Okay, yeah. You did a shy.
Let's see.
That means go on. You're very well.
Where is he?
Translator's note. Oh, before you ask, I have to ask Connor. Connor, how do you pronounce Tybin's brother's name?
That's what I was gonna ask. What's his
Yitron.
brother's?
Yitron.
Yitron?
Yitron.
Oh wait,
Yitron.
I didn't even
Yitron.
put an accent. I was like
Yitron.
Yitron.
Oh.
Like yeet, like yeet, like
Yeah, Yitron. Yitron.
Yitron.
Huh.
There's a lot of like.
I
letters
will.
that
I will
are
tell you
not
right now,
said.
since he's going to explicitly ask about it. I'm going to have you make a recall. Why don't we just take care of that right now? It is not super common knowledge, but people who are well educated probably know about Yitron.
Okay,
At the very
The
least,
Tyvan
why don't you
cultists
make a
definitely would.
Tyvan lore roll,
sure.
and we'll see if you know about it or not.
I'm just rolling regular lore.
It's Tyvan lore,
Tyvan
so
lore,
it's
yeah,
plus
sorry,
2. Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Nope. Never heard of him.
Ooh! This is bad. That's hold on. I think for someone of my class.
No.
should be
You
a
grew up in
little more-
Antomachia, really far from like the the furthest you can possibly be
Okay.
from Tyvan, basically.
It's true,
in
but I
the
feel like
Empire,
I feel like
so-
somewhat educated. Like, what did I just like sleep through those classes? Like,
Like I said, you grew up in Antomachia, which, by the way, like I said before, Antomachia, Antomachia. I will activate the scene for you guys. Here you go. Let me know when you guys are loaded onto the world map.
are we being moved?
It should have been. There we go.
There we go.
And here we have the Tyvan Imperium, right? And here in Tyvan
Still
is where
loading.
you guys are. Oh, sorry. Let me go ahead and late. Oh, it even shows me if you guys are done loading or not. Eric, your last one. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Why is it taking so long?
There we go.
There we go.
All right, you guys are right now in the capital city of Tyvan, and you know, and I'll just give you guys a brief overview of what Vasoya does know with her knowledge. This is stuff that you would know on a 1. You know that the myth says
I
that
got a
here
3, so it wasn't so
on Mount
high.
Tyvan was where Tyvan and Yitron were born, at least where Lord Tyvan was born and descended from. Eventually, Tyvan settled here, his capital city, Tyvan, named after himself. And Jackie's character is from up north here in this this province here called Antomachia, and she's from Antomi. And this is one of the it's the most recent territory of Tyvan Imperium to be conquered, and they're pretty independent. And the Tyvan Imperium doesn't really want them too much, to be honest. It's a lot of trouble because it's so cold up here. There's a lot of Fae. It's a big problem for them, so they conquered it and then let them be. A lot of the Antoami people are really independent. They consider themselves Antomashians before they're Tyvan. But in Jackie's case, her family wanted her to be more involved with Tyvan, so they sent her down here to Nexium to join the Nexian Legion, which is for elites, and they enrolled her as a equites, which requires a lot of money. And what that means, Jackie, in your case, is people from Antoami don't have the best Tyvan education. That makes sense to you. So it's completely It's completely plausible, yes.
Yeah.
That you would not have heard of Etron. Why don't you guys talk for a little bit, and then we'll consider other avenues.
Right. So you have no idea who Etron is.
I've really heard of the name, but I can't really tell you.
I see. And
Why don't you, Jackie?
who is Tyvan anyway?
Oh, there you go.
Who is Tyvan to you?
Okay. Can I roll again?
For
To
what?
know-
For Tyvan?
I lure again, just to know like what I would know about Tyvan, not about Etron.
You would know everything that you as a player know about Tyvan.
Okay, so
And
would
I
I know
think-
everything that's in the lore from the
Yes,
Handbook? Like,
basically.
speaking of it
So
meta.
yes, yeah, you would know basically everything that you know.
Okay, so if I okay, this complicates things because
All right, I'm back.
okay,
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
welcome back. So then if I knew, sorry, speaking a bit meta,
Mhm.
if I knew what I knew, then technically I would know that like at least Etron is like Tyvan's
With the exception of Etron, you know what you know with the exception
Wow.
of Etron. If it's
Etron.
connected to Etron completely,
then I probably would know. So
yeah.
I wouldn't know about like the mythology and like the lore. Like
Right.
That.
You basically know of all the parts. For example, in your case, if you know that bit of mythology, you would know that Tyvan had an opponent, but
Right.
you don't
okay, but
really
I would know who the opponent was.
right. You would just
Okay,
assume
so
that
can
it was
I say
just
the
like
lore
an opponent.
without saying his brother? Like,
Right, exactly.
Okay, alright, that's what I need to know. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what part is gonna alright, extra.
You remember it all from your schooling, just that
Just
that
without knowing,
detail
like,
never crossed your
actually-
mind to fill in.
I got you. Okay. Alright. Okay. So I was asked a question. Yes. Alright. Who is Tyvan? Okay. Tyvan is basically is king. Like our nation would be nothing without Tyvan. He was a great dragon, and he grew up in Mount Tyvan. And we believe it's a place that's close to the sky where the gods live. And he had an opponent, and they engaged in the first version of war before we even knew what war was. And the world became their playing field. And afterwards, him and Tyvan and his opponent engaged in a very long war, and eventually Tyvan became victorious, and soon after he retreated from the world and he left us to fulfill his whims, to finish what he started.
So he's a god.
Yes. Well, he's a dragon, but basically we consider him as a god.
Okay.
And
Right.
he established everything that we know, and he created the our well. Did he collect the military? Hold on, he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, kind of like yeah. Oh yeah. So, yeah. Sorry. Going back character. Yes.
Just real quick. Bye, Zenitsu. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good night. I'll see you later. Continue.
Bye, person.
Bye, person.
Bye.
Okay.
Tywin created our Imperium. He created the Magisterium. He taught us all magic as a
You know,
science.
he
taught us.
he established the Grand
He's
Archive, the military, the Magisterium, right? The city that you're in right
I
now.
got two out of the three. I'm also caving through my notes right now. So
Okay.
everything you see here, he's me. It's because of him we're here. And it's because of him that our nation is strong and it's bound together.
But
That's all you need to know.
No, it's not. It's not all I need to know.
Oh, it's
So you're part of a group that wants to bring him back?
yes.
Does he
Mr.
want to
Raleigh.
come back? You said he left.
Right, many millennia ago, right?
Uh,
Well, that's what I
about-
learned in school.
You learned in school. Let me double check my calendar here.
Sure.
he-
Wait, it was all a story. Hold on, go ahead. How
He left
far
around 900
back?
years ago. Around 900 years ago.
How long is millennia? Like
A
think-
1,000 years.
Yeah.
10,000 years?
About,
Okay,
a,
almost
about a
a
millennia.
millennia.
Yeah. fair
About a
enough.
millennia.
So, then, how do you know he wants to come back?
How do you know he doesn't want to come back? Perhaps.
Gotcha.
He's taking a
I'm just saying, usually when people leave, it's because they're finished doing something, and the story doesn't say he was forced to leave, it said he left of his own accord. Was he forced to leave?
Maybe he was taking as you say,
Are you
a victory lap.
intentionally not revealing information that you know or that you've forgotten as a player?
Oh, intentionally not.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just checking.
Yeah.
In fact, let's go ahead and make a lie check. We're gonna try and do a lie here.
Oh.
In that
Deception?
case, yes. It's specific.
So they'd
Is
be
it would be
rolling
deception?
deception versus my sense motive DC.
Yes. Why does it say 7,000 range? You'll roll a
over
single deception
7,000.
check against the perception deck DC of every creature you're trying to fool. So, yep, go ahead and roll a deception check.
Okay, and I'm rolling for deception.
Yep. And the number you're trying to beat is 14. So
Oh,
she
jeez,
just
my
rolled two
gosh.
ones back to back, chat. Do you know how astronomical that is? It's pretty small.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wash.
Robin does not buy it. You like start
Yes.
sweating profusely as she answers and grills you on it, even just a little bit. Not even applying much pressure, but you instantly break down. Your voice falters as you say, "Oh, yes, he wants to come back." How do you know he doesn't want to?
Okay, hold on. Me actually out of character. Wait, I actually don't know. Wait, is it because of the? Okay.
You might not
Oh,
remember, but
Well,
Aris told you the basis of the Mithrari cult.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I was like, should I say that? Okay, that's what I wanted to check with you. Okay, all right. Well, and then she's like, she takes out a handkerchief.
Pats her head.
Pats her head.
My, quite hot in here.
It's like, who left the furnace on? So. Alright, well. You didn't hear this from me. And then Basoria leans in. Alright, so, from my commander, I've heard that Tyven didn't leave us, but in fact he was imprisoned.
By?
Almost a millennia ago. He was imprisoned by the is it Indralon?
The high sorcerers of Indralon.
Indralon, yeah, okay. I remember the region. Okay. It's a lot of world building.
Yes,
right?
yeah. And it's a lot of proper nouns, and I'm like I get
yeah.
you.
Right. Well,
worries.
Indralon's a nation. So
Mhm.
okay, sorry. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Okay. Yes. He was imprisoned by the high sorcerers in Indralon, city below.
I see.
And then Foundation.
So,
I'll move us to the world map as you guys talk, and we'll illustrate that. Oh, that was quick. Everyone's loaded, huh? And down
Yeah.
here in the south, these purple area is Indralon, a nation well known to be ruled by sorcerers and magic. Yes.
is that the place that you said I couldn't travel through? When I was talking
yes,
about
you
travel
couldn't.
routes?
You couldn't dock in one of their ports from Gare. Yes,
Yeah.
they are. They're in open hostility. Well, not they. It's complicated, but there's some tensions between Indralon and Gare currently.
I see. Okay, so then the natural question, the natural next question for you, if why is this a secret? Why did you have to lie to me?
The works of the Mithradi are not.
You
the
recall,
public, as you say.
Eric. Robin recalls when you were talking to Saya. It may be relevant to you or not, but Bjorgulf asked her a similar question, and she averted her eyes and said, "Not everyone agrees
Bruce, yeah. I was gonna say the same thing.
on where
yeah.
Lord Tyven is." Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, you can repeat that if you want, Jack.
No,
sorry.
no, it's okay. Yeah, as Lady Saya mentioned, not everyone is certain of Lord Tyven's whereabouts.
I see.
Nor may they agree with our methods and our vision.
And what methods would those be?
You remember that dagger, do you know?
Where I remember touching a dagger that gave me a vision of Tyven,
Of our Lord Tyven, right.
or I assume it's Tyven. It was a dragon.
That, right. So that
Also,
dagger.
I'll give you a little bit more background, and you can share this with Robin if you wish. But there are two main thoughts besides the Mithrari, which is a cult and more of a splinter kind of thing. Some believe that Tyven left after he defeated his opponent because that was just the tutorial for the Tyven Imperium, and afterwards they were meant to go and conquer the whole world after Tyven left, and he was just showing them how to start. Some people believe that he left and he'll come back when they've conquered the entire world. And that is the main sect. That's what most of the Tyven Imperium believes. There's also a small faction of people who how do I say this? They latch onto a mentality that's present in Indrelon as well, but you'd have to go and dig further into that. You just know that there's like an Indrelonic faction within Tywin as well, though much smaller than the large one.
Wait, I'm sorry. People believe that there's like a connection between Tywin and Indrelon, you mean?
They believe Indrelon has this. Not only are they really invested in magic, but they are also worshippers of draconids and dragons in general. And some of their thinking is present in Tywin as well. But you know that the main thought is that Tywin left to test them, basically, saying, all right, now do it all yourself.
Okay, basically like, here's the way of war.
Mm-hmm.
I'm showing you this.
That
You
first opponent
fulfill
was literally
my-
just a tutorial. Now do the rest.
Okay.
Exactly. And that's the main thinking behind most of the Tywin Imperium. That's what most people think.
Eric sounded like he wanted to say something.
No, do you tell me this information?
Sure. I impart this information with him.
Okay. Robin puts her free hand in a facepalm gesture and just says, "Jesus Christ." And I mean that literally. You don't know who that is.
Who's this Christ person? Is this the god of your land?
It's a lot more complicated than that. There's entire books and probably more, actually, yes, about 2,000 years worth of history and dogmatic debate on the finer details of it. But this isn't about the world I came from. That's kind of irrelevant. But yes.
Some isekai stuff.
But it does make this easier for me to find a mental frame of reference for anyway. So
And before you can get out to the next part, the door opens again, and the same cultist walks inside and shuts the door.
yeah,
and
it must be
stands
leg
there.
day for him. Hey buddy, what's your name?
Me, my name. It's
He doesn't. You don't need to ask his name.
Yes, I do.
it's Titus.
Titus. Okay.
Titus, is there an update?
Yes,
As she salutes.
he does. He returns the salute. Ave Titan, and holds in his hand a paper and says, "Yes, you have been registered as the Crimson Spider."
What?
Bat.
Crimson Spider bats.
They did not accept spider bats. They
Well,
said it was,
just-
I believe, too silly. Yes.
That
well.
is just.
It's okay. At least we're named after my spider legs. I'm happy.
Well, we
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah, partial victory.
And also in his hand, he holds a bag, and you hear as he puts it into his hand, you hear clanging inside. And he reaches inside, and he pulls out these small strips of bronze with necklaces attached to them, and holds them out in his hand. There's 3 of them there, and he says, "These are your bronze plates, as you are rated as a bronze adventurer party."
Bronze.
Bronze.
Is it
What's
the
the rank?
lowest?
How's the ranking system work?
Oh, do you see? In the adventuring group, it goes. I have to pull up my list to make sure that I'm not getting this wrong. Right here. You see, in the Adventurers Guild, it goes from bronze to iron, silver, gold, platinum, and adamantite.
No gold? Oh wait, you said gold.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a gold.
Okay. No
As you
copper?
all have
No copper.
no copper. As you all have no adventuring experience that we can put on record, You must start at the bottom, at the bronze.
I see.
Do you take the bronze plate? I'm assuming
Yeah.
everyone takes one.
Yeah, I take it from
Yeah.
him, and then
Yeah,
I
I take
pass
it.
to the others.
And you all put it on and wear it around your neck.
I'll put it under my mantle, but yes.
Okay.
Wait, is it sized correctly?
It's one size fits all, so it'd be a little bit big on you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd
You could like
wrap it
tie it
around my
around
mantle.
yeah, I was gonna say like either like a purse, like a side purse, or like a belt. You could like wrap around the rope.
I can tailor it
Sometimes.
later.
Put a belt. Like Rock Lee.
Yeah, they're back.
Bjorgulf is the machinist. I'm the tailor.
Yeah.
And he continues and says, now that you are officially a bronze rank adventuring party, the Crimson Spider, and here is your first mission. And he prepares a paper that has a number of details on it. On this piece of paper, you are noted to be a bronze tier adventuring, and it is being issued to your group. It is a C-class mission, and he explains, you see, in the Adventurers Guild, they have between a D, CBA, and S class. That
Always
relates
S.
to its difficulty, yes. This is a C class, so it is a very simple task. What you must do is proceed to the docks, where you will meet a Tyvan patrician by the name of Atreus. And Atreus is trying to complete a order he has placed with a merchant in Asher. And he looks at Vasoya and now I assume I don't need to tell you, but Tyvan and Asher being in open hostilities, he cannot complete this order with Tyvan ships, so he must hire an adventuring group to make the delivery for him.
And then Vasoya looks at him sternly and nods.
Therefore, you will go with his merchandise and escort it to Damak in the northern coast of Asher, and then return here. Of course, all travel will be paid for by the Adventurers Guild, and you will be appropriately rewarded upon your return to the Adventurers Guild here in Tyvan.
Understand.
I see.
Mm.
Sorry, we're now?
I didn't quite make out what you said.
Oh no, sorry. So I said Vasoya nodded, and she said, "Oh," she's like, I understand."
Okay. So
I
he
see.
hands you he rolls up the paper and hands it to Vasoya and says, "Very well, I believe you know how to find your way to the docks."
I
Yuta.
I said I.
Oh, okay.
I.
All right.
No, you did not do it. Did
Aye.
I. A-Y-E. I, as in yes.
Aye.
He
Aye.
in that case he makes the Mithrari version of the Tyvan salute and turns and says, "Pardon me, I will excuse myself now."
Bye, Titus.
He does another salute, closes the door.
So, my Spider League colleagues, shall we?
Okay, Spider-Man.
All right, Spider Doll, let's go.
Spider
So-
doll. Spider doll.
I will move you to the Tyvan city. And
Why would I say hi? Hi, so
You're right. I was like, why did you do that?
I. A-Y-E.
So, Eric's a little bit lagging.
Translator
a little
note.
bit.
Hi means yes. Who's actually listening right now? Like, how many people are actually listening?
We've got a few viewers.
Oh, really? Okay. Hi, viewers.
They come in and out. It goes up and down. It's not a very popular category, so yeah.
I see.
Uh,
for dropping in anyways, guys.
Thanks, guys. If you're here and you're listening, you're enjoying it, I'm happy to have you guys here.
Yay!
All right.
Yay.
So here at the Tyven Siskola residence, you all proceed down to the river docks, which takes you. Let me see here. No, don't do a cone. Let's see. It takes you. It's 43,000 feet. Well, it takes you a fair amount of time to make your way through the city. Let's see, 43.
Hopefully the dwarf wasn't leading the group. Yeah, the dwarf got lost on
think
his
that-
first arrival here.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, I think with your legs, you'd be able to move pretty fast, right?
No, but
That's what I was thinking. There's no sense of direction. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the slow one. Carry me.
It takes you roughly 3 hours to get down to the dock, and then another 3 hours to get. Sorry, let me start from the river dock. So you arrive at the river dock, and there you find a rather well-clothed gentleman standing around as if waiting. You know
guess-
from your papers that you have that you are looking for a, believe I said Varius. Yes, a Varius. I might have said Atreus earlier. I'm sorry, that was a mistake.
Yeah,
Varius.
my
yes.
notes are okay.
Varius.
Varius. So there's no Atreus.
There is no Atreus.
Okay, Varius.
Are
That was
you
my mistake.
various?
Varius.
Mm,
And then
he-
Vasoya opens up her Is
He
it a
looks-
scroll? Is it a paper? Yeah. and
It's just a paper, but it was rolled up, right?
I see.
He looks. And he sees the bronze plate around Vasoya and Bjorgolf's neck, and says, "You must be the adventuring party then."
That's we are.
Doobly we are.
Indeed.
He stretches his arms outwards, palms facing upwards, and tilts his head upwards and says, "Ave Tyven," and then stops
Ave
very
Tyven.
abruptly and says, "I'm sorry, you are an adventuring group. I should not be doing that to you, but I do appreciate your help."
You tilted your head up, not down.
He looks at you and gives you a wry smile and says, "I think you know." He winks at you and winks at Vasoya as well.
She winks back.
You should be careful of your friends here. They, yes, you should.
They talk a little too much. Yes, I'm aware.
Yes. And he says he gestures towards a stack of crates.
And then Vasoya just gives a stern look at Bjor. Almost like a mom, like kind of like what are you doing? Look, yeah.
Oh well, I thought you all bowed down when you.
No, don't.
Okay.
Don't overthink it.
And he gestures towards a stack of crates to just behind him to the side and says, "This is the shipment that we are making today."
And what exactly is this?
Oh, well, it's a collection of statues and reliefs and stone reliefs. Yes.
Sorry,
Collection of-
statues and what? Stone?
Like a relief, like
Oh, like sculpture relief?
yeah, like carvings into large panels of stone.
Yeah.
That sounds heavy.
carvings are there.
Oh, don't worry.
How big is this boat?
It's a pretty large boat. Yeah, they aren't huge statues and reliefs and everything. They're not
Okay.
massive, but they're hefty pieces, right? In these crates. And The boat that you see in the docks, they're not huge, but it is a pretty large river. And you see some pretty hefty boats that look like they could get even into the ocean, basically. And he mentions, "Oh, do not worry about the ship. You see, we cannot use Tyvan ships to make this delivery, so you will be sailing under a private vessel that has been chartered by the Adventurers Guild for this mission." Which was not cheap, may I add.
Few things are a private boat, though. Oh, a private river cruise.
Oh, do not misunderstand. There are other passengers on board as well. You see, that makes it cheaper, but that's the privateer's business.
Let me have my fantasy.
I'm very sorry, young lady. But I'm sorry, are you... Is she part of your adventuring group?
Yes, she's the, as we say, the mascot.
Mascot?
The very well-oiled and well-animated mascot.
I'm sorry, is this a
She's
joke?
so
I don't
lively.
understand.
It is a joke.
Oh, I see. I apologize, and maybe I'm not familiar with dwarven humor.
Well, I happen to have a very unfortunate birth defect, but I assure you I am quite able.
Ah, that brings me a great deal of relief. This is a very important shipment to me. But it is in fact quite time to leave, so if you all will proceed on board quickly and we can get the shipment loaded as well.
Yes, and why don't one of you carry your mascot if you're so bent on having me be a mascot? I'm so
Soy is
important.
already heading towards the ship.
And some...
By the way, as we get on the ship, I want to take a look at it. Is there anything remotely mechanical, or is it just like a sailboat of sorts?
It's a proper sailing ship, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so just to confirm the objective, we are just watching the
Oh,
cargo and then making sure it's being transported.
you will be making the trip with this cargo to Damak.
Right.
And in Damak,
Right.
you will... And we can move to the world map at this point. And in Damak, you will you'll greet a merchant, Ninsunu, who will sign off on the shipment.
What? Wait, what? Wait,
His
what?
name is Ninsunu. Ninsunu.
Ninsunu.
Ninsunu. And
Okay.
Ninsunu will direct you where to go from there. He will
I see.
receive you in Damak and give you guidance from there. You'll finish the shipment and then return home along the
I
same
got
route.
you, okay.
Yes. That's what the mission
Got it.
how do you say, itinerary, not itinerary,
Yeah, like the objective, like
statement, the mission statement.
brief.
Yes, there you go, brief. Yeah,
Objective?
yes, all of the above.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
That is all of the details for it, yes. You can see here, we are in Tyvan here, and Damak is right down here. It's a very straightforward, route.
Yeah, they go down to here, and then over to here.
The captain's already plotted out a course for you all. Yes.
Groovy.
I know, I'm just going off of what I've learned about sailing. It-
Is there any? Oh, go ahead.
well, in the time that this would take place, you would typically always have land visible on one part or another
Mhm.
when you're sailing. But anyway, I digress.
In this case, though, tensions are high, and they usually take a more direct route for this journey, just because
Oh.
there's a lot of tension around here. Lots of military ships along the coast because the coast is majorly controlled by Tyvan, and they do not allow a lot of private ships just to go along the coast willy-nilly.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
Yeah.
The route, I mean, because
Okay, so it's like an indirect route to avoid.
It's a very direct route, we should say. It's something like this, right?
direct but more hazardous.
It's not. It's a sea. It's not the open ocean or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's not a terribly. It's a
pretty
very
contained,
right.
rather-
It's a very calm sea. You can see there's an inlet over here, but it's not majorly affected by a lot of ocean weather. If that makes sense. But how dangerous it is, maybe you should ask the captain. And as everyone's loading the boat up, you get on board. And how much do you guys look around?
I look around for anything mechanical in hopes of tinkering with it.
Unfortunately, you do not find anything mechanical, which you think is
Okay.
quite odd given that Tywin usually has everything mechanical. And in fact, the
Mhm.
boat that you arrived on had a giant water wheel that you worked on even. And you note
Mhm.
its absence.
I'm
Go
going to search around and just like sketch anything that I would consider unusual about the ship.
I was gonna say same. Like look around for like any like copious or like suspicious activity or like people. I'm gonna look around for people.
There are okay. Robin looks around for suspicious things. Doesn't see anything that stands out. Seems like everything pretty much fits into place here. You do notice that of all of the ships in the docks that you've seen come and go, this ship's flag is not a Tywin Imperium flag. It's
Right.
an Adventurers Guild flag. You've learned.
So are all these people on the ship adventurers?
So you see a lot of
Or do
I
you
would
see, like,
describe
the
them as
the medallions?
rough-looking adventurers. Some of them do have the badges. Yes, some of them have like a bronze and a silver. But you do see a couple of extra faces. You see a middle-aged woman and her like young daughter, who is carrying a stuffed red dragon, like a small doll toy, right?
Would I recognize it? Given that it's a
You
small
just know
red
that in
stuffed
Tywin,
dragon.
it's not
like
it's a popular thing.
toy.
Yeah, pretty common for Tywin children to have
Yeah.
a doll of Tywin, something to that effect, right?
I'm going to sketch the mother and daughter
Okay.
just because that's a nice scene right there.
And so I assume that no one has any business to conduct, so we will.
Actually, I might.
Okay.
Can I ask the captain or whoever was leading this little expedition how long this voyage is expected to take?
Oh yes, you find a very important looking man who has a gold badge hanging around his neck, and as you walk up to him, he gives you his attention as you hail him. Yes.
May I inquire as to how long this voyage usually takes?
Oh, I've run this voyage a dozen times at least. It only takes about 4 days.
Much obliged. Thank you. What's your name?
My name, it's I didn't prepare that, so
Okay.
no, it's
Captain!
fine.
Captain!
It's Asina. Sistius Naseni.
Stistius Naseni. Much
Mhm.
obliged.
Yes, sir. So if no one has any extra things here, we will the journey will proceed.
Okay. As before we begin, seeing as how it's a 4-day journey, I would like to take the time. I would like to assume this is downtime, and I
No,
would like to grab-
downtime works in basically weeks. You're basically in exploration mode at this point.
Okay. So since it, so it takes 4 days to craft an item. That means I can't craft during the voyage?
What? Say that again. Sorry.
Can I craft an item during this voyage?
I'd have to double check that for you, but I'm gonna say that with all of the rocking of the boat and everything, and like not an actual prepared facility, that you're just not gonna be able to craft quite like you wouldn't have all the materials that you need on hand, right? So knee jerk, I'm saying in this situation, I'm gonna say no for this voyage.
Would I be able to? He wouldn't be able to do like crafting an item, but would I be able to sew my badge into my mantle? during this
That
time?
one should be an easier. You're not actually making or fabricating anything. I think that could be. You can make a check. We'll make a check about it. See if you do it okay or not. You have 4 days, so I'm gonna assume that you have the time to actually do it, and you don't need any extraneous materials or anything of that sort. So
Just needle and thread. And,
exactly. So I'm gonna assume that over the 4 days you kind of figure it out. When the winds and the waves are calm, definitely.
Make a roll still?
No,
or-
no. I think with that amount of effort, you would be able to figure it out over 4 days. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, it's basically like sewing on a button. It's almost exactly like sewing on a button.
Sorry, Alexi. Just
No worries.
So you all make the journey through the 4 days. You talk with the crew little by little as you sail across the sea, and 1 day goes by, and 2, and 3, and on the 3rd day, the weather's quite rough, and the ship feels like it's about to be overturned at multiple times, but ultimately it ends up turning out okay, and you see land come into view on the 4th day. And
If I could get seasick, I'd be so seasick right now.
And as you sail up the river and into the port of Damak, the captain gathers everyone onto the deck and asks everyone to listen to what he has to say. All right, everyone. We are here in Asher and Damak. Don't know how many of you made this journey before, but I need to remind you, there is no magic in Asher. If any of you are any of the spellcasters of any kind, or by some chance possess some kind of magical item, whether that be a focus or otherwise, I need you to please leave it with me.
I leave myself with him?
Yeah, and then this sort of looks at Robin.
I rummage through my backpack and say, well, you'll find none on me.
He looks around and waits for
Robin.
anybody to speak up. If you guys actually address him or speak quietly or whatever, but yes, he is waiting.
Would any of my stuff actually count as magical?
That's what you would have to figure out.
Oh god. Like I
Robin, do you have anything?
I mean, a lot of my stuff is questionable. I don't know if it's actually magical. I don't know if I'm actually magical.
Well, why don't you come up with a check that you think would be appropriate, and we can see.
Would that be?
You'd be using a recall knowledge with combined with another skill that you have, essentially.
Another skill. So
That would be,
would
for example, medicine, occult, arcana, etc.
So occult, maybe.
Seems like a reasonable thing.
Yeah. So let's do.
To me, you seem pretty magical, considering the first time I saw you, you were
You
parts
are.
in a cell.
Robin is pretty sure that she's not actually magical. She thinks she has a magical nature, but outward displays of magic, she thinks that she doesn't register in the way that sorcerers do.
So not traditional magic.
Right. She's not able to do magic the way that most sorcerers do. She recognizes that from what she's read in the books that she has access to right now, the way that she produces magical effects and herself and her nature in general is not the same as sorcerers. It's something a little bit different.
Different flavor.
So she's quite confident that she isn't outwardly magical like that.
Excellent. Well, I got nothing to show then.
So you say nothing to the captain.
Okay.
No.
Okay. And he looks over the crowd once, twice, nods, and says, "Wonderful," and claps his hands together and says, "Sorry, I do have to ask that every time. Otherwise, things could get quite messy." And he steps down from the thing. You all roll into the, drift into the docks and fasten. How do you say?
Your seatbelts.
Set anchor and tie themselves to the dock and begin to lower the ramp.
You get
More
more.
themselves, yes.
The more the merrier.
And
and this is an exasperated sigh.
and so you all are in Damak, and you step off the ship, and you see a man in a robe, a very plain-looking robe, but you could tell that he's some kind of clergyman. And to his right, he has a man who's in this bronze armor, who wields a shield and a spear. And behind them,
Sorry.
go ahead.
It's like I was gonna say, hey DJ, do you have any Astro music?
I don't.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is the closest thing you can get right now.
All right.
Maybe. Let me see. Oh, there we go. This works. Thanks, though. Good call.
Yeah.
So, you see, I have some tokens here, and you see, I don't have the clergy here, but, where's the other one? Not here. You guys can picture the shield and spear guy, but you see this man in this very exquisite and ornate looking bronze armor standing behind those two with a large halberd that towers over the other two. And as you all exit the ship, they glare at you, and he glares at you, and the priest man approaches and says, "Ah, yes, and you are
Crimson Spider.
What did you
We
say?
are here.
Oh, the Crimson Spider. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Crimson
Yes.
Spider,
We
yeah.
are the
We
Crimson
are
Spider.
We are looking for a merchant, Nisunu.
Puts his hand up. I don't. You are an adventuring group.
Yes,
I see.
that is what you said.
I see. Very well. And none of you. He looks over his shoulder at the man in the ornate armor, who shoves him to the side, and he strides very quickly, directly towards Robin, and glares down at her without saying a word.
He shoved what at me?
Glares down at Robin without saying a word.
I look back up and I casually wave. Hello?
Sorry, it takes a step. Sir, is there a problem?
He shakes his head at you, looks down at Robin again for a few seconds, nods his head, and steps backwards, and waves to the clergyman. And he looks the clergyman looks very panicked for a second, but as the ornate armored man returns to his side, he visibly relaxes. Oh, very well. Well, you are all free to pursue your business here.
Jolly good.
Neat.
Our business. Our business. I just previously asked you. Do you know of a merchant named Nisunu?
Go over that way. They're all over there. And he gestures wildly and waves you off because the passenger behind you is waiting.
Okay. What do we do about the cargo on the ship? Do we bring that with us?
You see
Or I'm
men,
assuming
they're busy unloading stuff as you speak.
unloading his stuff, unloading.
They're unloading
stuff.
all the cargo that was on the ship.
Okay.
Into lots on the actual dock harbor.
Okay. All right. So I guess they would pick it up from the lot. All right. I understand. Okay. So do we see merchants or people who look?
You see
like
a lot of
merchants
people
gathered?
just standing around in front of the lots and everything. People, gesturing wildly and animated and talking, and yes.
Kind of like a marketplace, kind of.
Yeah. Lots of people
Situation.
just talking back and forth, and yes. And
Chitter, chitter.
as
Alright,
you
so-
approach all the lots and you kind of wander around looking kind of lost, looking for someone, a man does run up to you, and he looks at your bronze plates and says, "Are you the Crimson Spider?"
Nice,
Yes, we're
we
the
are.
Crimson Spider Bats.
Oh, wonderful. Bats. Spider.
I
It's,
clink my spider legs on the ground when we say yes.
Oh.
So
Eh,
just like size and defeat.
she said spider bats, yes?
Yes, we're the
Not-
Crimson Spider.
Okay.
Spider,
Sorry,
spider,
I was very
bats,
confused.
same.
Well, I am Ninsunu
Yes, we
of
are.
Damak. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasures are ours. And then,
Well,
sorry, there's a cursing.
Nice to see you.
Curtsy.
Well, this is a very simple job for you, adventurers. All you must do, we will be providing the wagon and the horses as well, and you will just have to proceed here on this map to the designated warehouse, make the delivery, and return back here with the wagons and the horse.
Hey, a horse.
Sorry,
course,
where's the
of course, of
destination?
course.
Where's the? Did you mark it?
He will hand you the map in
Ah,
a
okay.
second.
All right,
Uh,
I just double
Do you have any questions about everything that I just said?
Aren't there
Map?
any
Horse, deliver
Danger.
stuff. Sounds
that we
good.
should be aware of?
Any dangers? Well, of course you know. It's always a danger running to the Fae out on the Asher Plains there, but it's very far and on the western side or the eastern side of the river, so you should not be running into too many Fae. I believe, anyway. But
And then
other
she
than
peers
that,
her eyes at him when he says too many.
Too many.
well, you know, the Fae are everywhere in this world. There's nothing that we can do about it, but that's why we hire you adventurers.
I suppose that makes
Understood.
sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't mind putting a few between the eyes of a few Fae.
But beyond the Fae, which are always a threat, I suppose there's the wildlife out there, you know. For example, lions and that sort of thing.
Real,
Lions?
real lions.
I'm sorry?
Real lions.
Yes, yes, yes. They are out here on the savannah all the time.
Oh my.
Hmm.
But
sounds very
are there
dangerous.
any other questions
I
that
mean-
you have?
I mean, one lion would make a very good pelt.
He looks. He says, "Yes, yes, yes. Time is
very-
money. Do you understand or not?"
Yes.
I understand. I don't know about them.
Do you have any other questions?
No.
Very well,
Nope.
very well.
Everybody good?
Yes,
And
they
that's
are
what
loading
good.
onto the wagon
Good.
as we speak, and you look over, and the crates that you saw Varius gesturing towards earlier are being loaded onto a wagon there.
And what have you? Are you not accompanying us on a trip?
No, I am just here to supervise the shipment, and I will receive you when you return as well.
You'll receive us either alive or dead.
Yeah.
Receive us in pieces.
So it makes no difference if you come with us.
Oh no, I have many business to do here.
I see. All
Did I
right.
s- On a side note, did I spy anything mechanical anywhere?
Oh no, nothing.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Nothing here.
I
Not
know.
not a not a hint. It is a very analog city, you've noticed. The buildings are made of this many of them are using stone, and these even some of them using this mud brick kind of material.
Primitive.
There's a lot of style and architecture to it. You can tell it's not primitive, but the materials are slightly primitive. But it doesn't look shoddy by any means, and there are some very large buildings.
Hmm. How pretty.
And he waves, yes, very well, and he walks off and starts gesturing and waving his arms wildly at another person who is moving boxes somewhere. So you check out the map that he gave you, and you see that it's basically a warehouse that's marked here off of the main road in the southeast, around where the river splits, just a little bit further down the river. Is there anything here that you guys wanted to do? Did you want to go around, do anything specifically, or do you just head straight to the mission as he instructed?
Yeah. Straight. Towards the
Yeah,
wagon.
Not
I
much
don't-
I can do with my
Yeah.
current equipment, so yeah, just go.
Good.
That's it.
All right. So you guys wait for them to load up the carriage and prepare the horses. You notice that's a little bit.
Horses.
Yes, it's being
Horses.
pulled by. Sorry, that was a mistake on my part. Just a horse, one horse pulling it. The horse is pulling the carriage, but you do notice that it's not a huge carriage, and it's a little bit cramped for the three of you. But you can make do, unless you.
Cramped even at our size?
Yeah, it's not a huge carriage, no. But you make do with the space that you have, and
Is there someone like driving the cart, or is it just?
yeah, one
the
person will
horse?
have to actually be at the reins of the cart.
Who's good at
Okay.
driving?
I guess I will get on. Well, so about even confirming anyone, just go straight
Yeah,
to the horse.
yeah, very well.
Yeah, of course.
And as you're you prepare the horse, you greet it, pet it a little bit, get yourself acquainted, make sure that all the gear is secured to the carriage, and get ready to go. You and if no one has anything, then you set
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Let's.
and you proceed on your journey on the road, and
On the
begin
road again.
to head towards the warehouse where the map is marked. And it takes you, it's around noon for you when you get off the boat. When everything's said and done, it's around 1 p.m.
I knew.
and about 1 p.m. and you ride for you estimate it's going to be a 3-hour trip. And you see as you ride down the highway of Damak that would go into the main body of Asher, you take in the sights and see a savanna that's very dry plains and dirt with scattered vegetation and trees, shrubs, and large rocks and smaller rocks as well. It seems to extend in all directions, almost it doesn't really seem to break up at any point. You don't see any major features within your view of the horizon. And eventually you find your way to a fork, a smaller road that branches off the main highway that looks well traveled, and you find a smaller path that you think probably leads to the warehouse where you are heading. Go ahead and
It's like
everyone
more
make
like
a
perception.
check. Yes.
Yeah. Where is? Hold on. Sorry. I'm gonna be that person. Is our regular perception is just under? Yeah, I got it. Never mind. No, I got it.
Okay.
At least it wasn't a 1 this time. Ha. Ha.
Good old 10.
And
Solid.
but as you guys ride, it's a never-ending repeat of the same scenery. It almost seems like just everything blends into everything. You don't notice any breaks in the pattern, just repeating endlessly as you ride the carriage for 2 hours. But at the end of your second hour, around then, when you're about an hour away from the warehouse, you all see ahead as you crest a smaller hill. I'll see Eric's not yet.
Big horse. It's a mighty stallion.
Like I said, it's not a huge carriage. And you guys are all loaded in, right?
I am now, yeah.
Yeah, now I
Perfect.
see it. Yeah.
And ahead, you all see a destroyed carriage.
Oh no. It could be paint.
What do you do? I would say from this angle, you don't see the blood trail here that you would see on the map. You do see the destroyed,
don't
but
see it.
it's just because you would have to think of it from the perspective of seeing it from far away. You're almost level with the ground. You're
back,
looking
yeah.
down on it, right? So you don't actually
Yeah.
see it right now. You do see the destroyed carriage, but you don't see
The blood. Okay,
Right,
the trail.
exactly.
Let's
Look-
check
look-
it out.
Yeah, looking like trouble ahead. Let's make it double.
All right.
Great.
Well,
we should protect the world from devastation.
Oh, here we go. All right,
Here we
Team
go.
Rocket.
I will. So you all proceed
So-
up to the carriage. Do you stop the horse here, get off, or you ride the carriage upwards towards? the
I
destroyed one?
suggest we stop and then approach it carefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well.
It's the same. I don't want to
do
stop
so.
the horse, so
You
we park.
dismount
Yeah, we
the
can
carriage.
dismount.
Yep. Pull you all off.
Okay. I want to look around in the general area. Do I? Well, first off, I have my my musket out and shoulder loaded, just in case.
I do want to point out
I-
it's still daytime, but it's around 5 p.m. So the sun is getting low and it's evening time. Right?
I've got my whip out and I'm looking around.
So there's still enough. There's still plenty of light to see everything around you.
Okay.
How if I wanted to unbound the horse from the carriage, would that take?
That
How long would that take?
that would take some time, and it's not fitted with a saddle to ride, if that's what you were thinking.
Oh, okay, it's wild. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Well, it's not
all right,
wild.
so I
It's
was
just
fine.
when a horse is attached to a carriage, they're not fitted with a saddle for riding.
Okay.
Yeah. They're fitted with
Never mind, alright.
harness and all that stuff.
I got you. All right,
Yes.
never mind. All right, so we parked the horse. I was just curious. All right, so I will also draw my weapons.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just do that. Draw and draw. And okay.
I would say once
So-
you guys reach about
maybe-
this point is when you'll actually start to see the blood pools and everything.
Okay. Can we well as they're walking ahead, can I roll some type of perception check to see if there's any movement, like I hear anything or notice anything odd besides the
That's
blood?
basically the go ahead and roll again, sure.
All of us
Meanwhile-
are just Jackie.
Meanwhile,
What
I'll
happened?
just say, "Hello, is anybody there?"
There is no response to Robin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just
Oh.
roll with the perception checks that you guys just made. That's what it was originally for.
Okay, yeah, no worries, no worries.
Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah,
Got it.
you're
Alright,
being
so
as
then
vigilant
we-
as you can be already.
Yeah, alright. So we're walking.
Oh, I should point out that these here in this direction, these are giant boulders that block your sight further up the plains.
Or anything behind them.
Behind
Dun, dun,
them.
dun.
Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun.
Alright,
So
so
Okay, so
you
yeah.
definitely see the
So I-
blood pools at this point.
oh.
can I
Alright.
inspect the blood
Okay,
to
yeah,
see what kind
how
of
old
blood
it
it
is?
is?
Okay. Can I inspect the blood to
Yes.
see how old it looks?
Yes. All right. You will make a recall knowledge medicine, both of you.
Okay. Is it medicine? Oh gosh, I have -2.
Okay.
That actually wasn't a bad roll for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
was
it's above
solid.
average. Above
Yeah, you
average.
know?
So Vasoya, you know it looks it's
Like blood.
it's dried. It's dried.
Okay.
It's some amounts of old.
Some amounts of old. All right, I'll take it.
It's not-
best-
It's not blood from now.
Yes, it's
but-
it's not a puddle and actually wet. It's soaked into the ground, basically.
Okay.
It's
Um,
not future blood.
But Robin's keen eye is notices a small detail that Vasoya did not, which is that the age of these two things are different. And as far as you can tell, it looks like human or mammalian blood at the very least.
While they're looking at the blood, I want to inspect the carriage. What do I see in it or on it?
You see some boxes and things like that. They're carrying different materials. There's some bricks and things in there, some parchment, some just normal supplies, basically.
So, now that I've identified its two different sources of blood, would I be able to use esoteric knowledge to identify what blood it is? That pertains to creatures.
I'm not going to tell you can't try, but go ahead and try.
That's never a good sign.
Or maybe it just won't be successful. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Your esoteric knowledge doesn't unveil the secrets of blood to you. It does not open its
Okay.
mouth and start speaking. No. But Alexi,
Yes.
why don't you make a crafting check?
Ooh, I love crafting checks.
Recall knowledge crafting. If any of you are so keen, I'm not sure how much I should help you guys here.
Recall knowledge crafting. What does that mean?
It's just a crafting check, but to find out information using your crafting skill.
Oh, okay.
As far as you and as
People
you're
are
inspecting,
+10? Whoa.
as you're inspecting the carriage and everything, you do notice some tracks that lead off this way. You notice that around here, the tracks abruptly slam into or change course and go directly towards this rock here. And through your knowledge of crafting and engineering, you deduce and determine that this was destroyed by crashing into the rock, undoubtedly.
I mean, it kind of looks.
I
like
mentioned
it.
that. Yeah. So it looks like the horsies
Got
made a big
spooked.
got spooked or made a big boo boo and ran right into that yay boulder.
Now,
Yeah.
you never confirmed if there's a horse or not. Just saying.
Oh,
That
well,
would be
whatever was carrying it.
tracking nature. If you were looking
I
for
see.
tracks or
Yeah, I was like,
anything of that sort.
can I do that? Like,
Well,
if
you
he mentions
can-
a horse,
You can all make a nature check, a recall knowledge.
Nature. nature.
Well, suffice it to say, I assume it was a horse.
Do we know it's a horse? Do I know it's a horse?
Okay. Well, first of all, we'll take this one step at a
That was
time.
not- that
And
was-
how
that was not
about
20, by the way.
Alexi? Are you making a nature check as well?
Sure, why not? Where's my nature?
I suppose. Okay. Vasoya's keen eye in dealing with animals and her experience in that field of
And
expertise,
horses. Horses.
specifically horses.
He said horses. The horses. My horse sense, the spidey sense, my horsey sense, tingled.
Your bovine senses are tingling.
No, my sense.
Equine.
Or equine.
sense,
Wait, what's
there you go.
bovine?
Bovine is
Cows.
cows.
Yeah.
Ah, darn it.
In fact, Vasoya notices 3 separate tracks here from different creatures. She notices. She notices
Can you
tracks
ping? Oh, okay.
here in this direction. They're only visible on the roadside. Here. There are tracks.
Are these woods? Is this like a forest?
Like it's a savanna, so it's
Savanna, okay.
it's dry, arid land, right? But
Okay,
this
I
is a rather well traveled path. It's a lot more dustier and easier to leave prints on.
I got you. Okay, I was just
You
double-checking
notice
if that was-
you notice prints across it here, which are one type of creature or persons. Here you notice another type, and here you notice another type. Very faint sense of these ones here. They leave just a small imprint, but your keen eye picks them up. And if you want to
Okay.
try and identify each of the tracks, you'll have to make a nature track for each of them, and you guys can do so too, but yes.
Can I use esoteric knowledge for
Okay.
that?
Yeah. Do the
Um,
footprints
'Cause
speak
again,
to me?
creatures.
What
Are
is it?
we
Survival?
rolling 3 checks
nature?
each, or
yeah,
one,
Eric,
or-
you can use esoteric knowledge for it.
Okay.
How would we roll for the 3? There's 3 of us, so we roll 1 for each, or would you roll 3
One.
for?
2,
Let's just
3.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. I was gonna answer your question, Jackie, and then Eric rolled 3 times. I was going to say, let's just, in the interest of time and cleanliness, just roll once for all 3 on each of you.
Okay.
But now I feel like that's unfair to Eric because he just rolled 3
Yeah,
times.
he already rolled. All right. That's fine. Let's go Eric's rolls.
But
Just roll
Eric,
with it.
you cannot make neither heads nor tails of what kind of prints these are. I'm sorry. Let me double check real quick. Let me double check something.
I think probably one of them, the 15, but
But you didn't specify which was which either, which is a problem for me.
good point. Yeah.
I have to open up my sheets too. There is a system for using unspecific lore that doesn't specifically target the things. So, okay, Eric, you recognize that these ones are. Why don't we? Okay, Eric, we'll use your 15. Vasoya and Eric and Jackie, could you make a nature roll as well?
Soya, Eric, and Jackie.
Yes. Sorry.
I got
Jackie
it.
and Alexi.
And while they're rolling dice, one thing I should point
We're rolling
out
nature?
is I also have the dubious knowledge feat, so that 7 should be something weird if you want to make it that way,
Okay.
like false information,
Oh, I guess I didn't do so
or
well the second
one
time.
piece of true information, one piece of false information.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Pure rolled much better than I did.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
don't have stuff animals in the caves.
Robin,
Can you...
you see that these tracks are a horse's tracks. You recognize them. The hoof shape, it's almost unmistakable. Here, you're pretty sure there's some kind of feline footprints. They're very subtle in the ground, but they do match the shape of a feline's. This one that lead over here, you're almost pretty sure it's a dragon's footprints. Sure. You say it as a joke, but everyone takes it very seriously. Sorry, I don't really have enough. I need to think about the dubious knowledge thing. I don't know how to handle that, to be honest with you.
If I could offer some advice, in this case, like you could say they are reptilian, or
amphibian,
like if I think they're like instead of a dragon, it could be something.
When you fail but don't critically fail.
Yeah. Oh, what happens when I critically fail?
You learn a bit of true knowledge and a bit of erroneous knowledge. You don't have any way to differentiate which is which.
Ah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that one. I will keep that in mind. I forgot that you had that, but I will keep it in mind for future reference and try and think of how to handle that in the future.
Yeah.
These ones, you make a joke.
One idea I had with dubious knowledge going forward to consider is since my character's mind is from another world, maybe I confuse details in this world with details in the real world.
I will consider that. That's a great idea. I will try and figure that in as well.
Like maybe lions have 6 legs in this world, but I consider them only 4 legs, that sort of thing.
All right. I will.
Not saying they have that here.
Yeah, I got you.
Example.
That's a good idea. I will definitely take that into consideration as I think about that in greater detail later. But this is the information that you have present currently.
Okay. So we got a horse, a kitty, and a dragon.
A dragon, you say?
Yes, a dragon.
What in the blazes is the dragon doing out here?
That's a good question.
Dragons say.
They all where were each of the tracks leading?
Well, the dragon is going towards the north, and the kitty is going.
I'll mark again the tracks. The dragon tracks are like this across the road, and then they fade off here. The horse's tracks go off this way, and the feline prints go this way.
So the feline prints go along the blood streak?
Yes, you notice that they do accompany the blood streak.
Yeah. So it looks like the blood streak. I think I have a general idea of what happened there. And the horse looks like, well, either given there's a blood streak and prints going the same direction, either whoever was in here managed to injure the lion and it wandered off, or it grabbed somebody and dragged them off.
The prints are clear enough, and you see that they're at a normal gait. That it's not limping across the ground like that. Something was dragged to make this blood trail.
Okay, so something was dragged. So somebody got to be Kitty Chow.
I concur.
So I
That's-
just
Shall we
stands in
go?
silence.
I vote we go get ourselves a nice warm kitty pelt.
I vote we
That would
secure.
be-
We get some evidence here of who this person was, and then we go after the cat.
So we can be ambushed.
Maybe we can get a reward for vengeance on the supposedly killed driver. We can find out who it was anyway.
At the very least, we might be able to get a reward for returning his stuff.
So
That too.
So what do? Do we go to the warehouse as usual, or as planned, or do we go back and
Are we on a strict
Tell them
time
the truth.
schedule?
well, the
It
sun was
did-
set soon?
I don't know about you, but I don't really feel right having a man-eating lion or man-eating kitty on the roads. Especially
Neither
since
do I.
So
I'm-
would we go
I'm-
back to the docks?
Especially since I'm quite literally bite-sized.
So back to the docks.
Oh well, I'm sure you don't taste too good considering all the obsidian you have in you.
Hey, you never know. They could eat magic.
It could have a little crunch.
Besides, it's the first bite that matters more than anything else. Anyway.
And you're going off into
So-
Savannah? Like we
So you stand around. You all spend a good amount of time both investigating the site, talking, deliberating. You investigate the trails. You look closely. It takes you. It was around 5, as I said, when you first arrived and spotted the carriage, and it is now getting darker by the minute.
Well,
So what's
I
the
see-
plan?
I say we go get rid of this man-eating lion.
I
S-
concur.
Spare others the trouble, but that leaves us a problem. What happens to our horse in case something else unsavory comes by? Take the horse with us.
No way. Yeah, there's no way to secure it. I would take the horse.
So
Oh.
we'll have to take it
Hey,
with us.
Asoya, you're a cavalier, aren't you?
Right.
Why don't you ride it and give us a little combative boost?
And then she goes off to the. Well, I have a question to Connor.
Mhm.
So if there is no saddle,
I'll just give you some penalties to controlling it.
okay,
Yes.
because it's definitely not like I can't not ride it. I'm just wondering. Like,
Yeah.
Technically.
But the maybe we should check the wagon and see if the other merchant carried a saddle in case situations like this occurred.
Good point.
Take his word.
All right. Well, you check the wagon and you find nothing. He
Okay.
is not that prepared.
We find his ID.
Are you checking this wagon? You're saying. You don't
I'm
find
I was
any.
checking
Checking the broken
Our
down
wagon.
wagon.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Vasoya
Let's
finds
check our
no
wagon.
saddle, and neither do you two. But as you check the destroyed wagon, Robin and Bjorgulf do find a how do you say, a ledger of goods in the cart, and you see bricks and paper and other things like that, a bunch of mundane supplies, but it is addressed to an Insunu, but it doesn't mention anything about a courier.
Nintuna might want to know about his potentially deceased colleague.
Potentially?
Potentially deceased.
Potentially? I
You
mean,
know,
Possibly.
they get better sometimes.
from that much blood?
It might be a flesh wound.
uh, I suppose, Bjorgulf, I suppose. But anyway, we should find that while there's still some light.
Indeed. By the way, little Robin, how's your vision at
Shit.
night?
There's still quite a bit. In fact, I think it's a little bit darker than it ought to be, but there's still a little bit of light in that you have no problem seeing things still.
My vision at night is shit, so let's hurry this up.
Yes, let's
Language. Okay. Alright.
That's not supposed to be there.
Alright,
let's how about we move the cart over behind one of these large boulders and like prop some branches against it or something to kind of mask it as much as possible.
do you tell Vasoya this before she
Yes.
bounds the horse from the car? Okay.
Well, if you undo the
Uh,
horse from the cart, you can pull it.
Oh yeah, even better. Alright, so I can't control the cart, but Connor, if you can move
Yes.
the-
Sorry. Okay. Do you put? Sorry. So you're not taking the horse off yet.
Yeah, okay, so the idea then is that we move the cart with the horse towards what, around here?
Somewhere.
guys?
How do you ping it? Oh, here.
You
Yeah.
hold left
Yeah, oh
click.
here, okay, here.
Okay. Behind the boulder here.
Okay.
So that it's not visible from the main road.
So it doesn't get stolen.
She handles
Like-
the carriage, and orients it properly. Oh, I just reloaded the application. Hold on.
Oops.
Aha. No problem for you guys. I think I just
Nope.
reloading my own. There we go. And she pulls the carriage up to here, abouts. Okay.
But we want to go behind that big boulder, right?
Oh, sorry, you guys pinged over here. You want it here?
Yeah.
like somewhere like around, like here.
Okay.
You know, you see where all the pings are.
I got
like,
you. Sorry, I thought I saw it over here. My bad. Yes. Let me rotate it again then. Probably should just do the card. All right. Very cumbersome. All right. And yes. Okay. Vasoya, as you pull up, I'm gonna pull you back here. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, 1 second. Wait. I just need to keep my sheet open. 1 minute.
Put it not in the tree. Really a good idea. Oh yeah, as soon as you swing the carriage around here, you see a deep recess going underneath the rock and a small shadowy cavern like.
Jackie, you cut out.
Sorry.
You did the yelling
Guys,
thing again.
I did the yelling
Yeah.
thing. Guys.
Yell quietly.
Guys. I wasn't even yelling. I was just like, guys. Yeah.
I stride over.
All right.
Hey, you too.
What's up?
Look what I found behind here.
You hear a growling coming from the rocks area.
I'm sorry. Is Is it from the rocks? Is it under the rocks?
It's like it's a crack in the rock. Like you can see, it's a cave. It kind of goes a little bit under the rock, but it also goes in between. It looks like a den inside the boulder. It's pretty large rock. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a. Okay.
Well, I say we found our quarry. I shoulder my musket.
Is. Oh gosh. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave the horse then. And I don't
So
think
it's
there's any
inside
to-
a little den, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How big is the den,
Entrance.
the entrance?
It's, let me see here. It's about 10 feet across.
10 feet across. And how high?
It's at like ground level. It dips into the ground a little bit.
Okay. So
It overhangs the ground. Like you would be able to walk into the den no problem, but probably Visoya and maybe Bjorgulf might have to stoop slightly.
Okay. So it's
So it
10
looks
feet
over at-
across and
okay.
like 2 feet high or 3 feet high.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
it looks
Visoya-
like a mouth.
Yeah.
Well, Visoya, looks like your equine partner won't be going in.
Oh, poor baby.
Why do any of us have to go in? Why don't we just take
it
some of the parts from that wagon, plug the hole, and set it on fire?
Hmm. I like that idea.
It's not a bad idea. Well, at least we can draw it out from here.
Actually, no. Well, we can draw it out, and a simpler idea. Let's just get some wood, start a little fire out here, and smoke it out. Literally.
So you're saying to make a fire and put it into the den?
Yes, and we can get some. Like,
And it is progressively getting darker
All right.
as you all are speaking.
So go get us
Yeah.
some wood. There's some broken wood over there, and do you have any oil on you, Bjorgulf?
I have some gunpowder. but-
Gunpowder.
That works.
Okay, so Soya goes. I don't know. Here, maybe get some parts from like the broken wagon. Is like wood, like broken wood from the wagon. Wood from the broken wagon. There we go.
Okay.
Get some wood from the broken wagon, and then she comes back,
All right.
hands it over to Bjor.
So
Okay,
we'll build the fire. Go keep getting more wood. We're gonna need more.
Well, I actually have a flint and steel for creating a fire.
Excellent. Doesn't really matter how we make the fire, just as long as we make the fire.
And then, actually, can we, or can Soya like move the cart just like back it up just a little bit so it's
Yeah.
not
Sure.
right at the entrance?
How's
Kinda
that?
Would like not to not have our horse, yeah, consumed.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And then, as
We should give
an
you.
action,
Okay.
can I just get into position? Like, well, it's not stride. I forgot the technical name. But like,
Step.
Hmm?
Step.
no, not step, not stride. I'm not actually moving. It's just more like, like maybe preparing an action, like preparing to.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna need you to fan the.
Something.
We're gonna need you to fan the flames to get the smoke to go into the hole.
Fine.
Okay.
And
So
then-
tell me where you guys are lighting the fire exactly.
Right in front of the hole. So you said
All right.
the.
Like,
Who's
right here,
approaching?
right?
Who's doing what? Who's standing where? That all matters.
But so I'm going to stand right here.
Okay.
Where okay.
Vasoya was carrying the wood, and she's the big one, so I would have her put the wood here.
Here, so I'm
Okay.
standing.
Let's not get
I'm
too
standing-
ahead of ourselves. Vasoya goes and puts the wood directly in front of the mouth of the cave.
am I? Wait. Okay. Question to Eric. Am I throwing it, or am I literally placing it in front of the den? Because like,
I'm
I,
leaving that up to
character,
your discretion.
I definitely do not want to stand right in front of the den. That sounds like a very not smart move. So.
Well, yeah, but anyway. So,
Merton's
and
swinging it.
while she's, it just needs to be piled up, and in a reasonable size. And while she's doing that, Bjorgulf, can you light a branch on fire? We're under a tree.
Okay. Well, please conduct the thing that you're going to do. Please do it in order. Yes. Please
Okay, wait.
actually perform the actions with the tokens on the board as you guys are performing them.
Wait, okay, so you want me to light a branch on fire?
Yeah, grab a nice big sturdy branch, light it on fire.
Has
Okay,
Vasoya already started piling up the wood, or has she not done that yet?
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm doing that, right? Like I'm standing here and piling
Okay,
the
and then you're like tossing the wood in front of the entrance.
wood. Right.
All right. As you throw, let's say, the third piece in front of the mouth of the den, you hear a roar, and you see a large paw come out from underneath the den and kind of swat some of the wood, launching sand and dirt in the wood's direction, sending one piece flying out this way.
Good, we got its attention.
Okay. I shoulder my musket.
So
They
it
say we
takes
have
out her.
Does it come out?
No, but you hear it growling.
All right, now, Bjorgulf, toss that branch at the pile.
There's only like 2 pieces of wood sitting in front of the pile right now.
Only 2? Okay.
She threw
Because
3. It swatted
and then
one,
swatted one.
and yes.
All right, so
Maybe it would be a
Can
best
you-
idea.
go get more.
And it is getting darker.
Do you think she?
Keep throwing
Gets-
more. Keep throwing more at the entrance or into the entrance and try and
Yeah.
piss it off more.
Can I just get wood from the tree? Doesn't need to be from the. Oh no, I guess it's from the wagon. Yeah. Goes back to the
Well,
wagon.
The tree would burn faster, but the wagon would burn longer.
She gets more wood from the wagon.
Or I think I'm just going off of
Ooh.
what I know about trees living in California.
Yeah, all the trees are fake in New York, so we don't really know much about that. They're just there for show. Alright, so come back. Okay, so Vasoya comes back with a few more pieces of wood.
And show me where you're standing, where you're throwing from.
She stands over here and then she kind of throws it like
There,
yeah,
right?
like
Okay.
Diagonally. There we go.
All right. And as she throws a couple more pieces, you see the lion juts out from the cave, swats the wood, and roars at you all, and growls and stands in front of its cave, growling at you.
Excellent.
I let off 2 shots.
I unholster my whip.
Okay. At this point, we will please make. I'm going to put you on the initiative order that we use, which is your dex plus your. Let's see here.
Isn't initiative just perception?
No, it's in the rulebook. We're using a modified initiative, which is your dex mod plus your wisdom mod, and plus 10.
So 9.
So
Plus,
What
right?
is that?
So
wisdom mod? Sorry.
expert proficiencies or perceptions plus 4. plus, so that's 13. Then yours would be 13, Eric.
Okay, so perception is added.
Yes, your perception modifier plus your dex. Yes.
Okay.
Not your wisdom, sorry. That was a little confusing.
You said perception. I'm sorry. What was it?
Are you
Perception.
guys all on?
Perception plus. What?
Hmm?
And
Right.
perception and perception.
I'm
plus
just rolling these
initiative.
all, and I will change the values in a second here.
What is it? Okay.
It's
Updates.
So Jackie, the system he's doing is not role based. It's based off we're basically
skills?
setting
Plus,
DCs.
right, it's a passive. It's when you're in an actual standoff. In this case, in some cases you do roll. In this case, there's a standoff to react quickly because combat is very quickly coming to a head, and all participants are aware of the combat. So
Okay.
we use this rule system. Yeah,
All right,
Oh,
let
Only
me go
in
get
this
some more coffee
situation.
real quick.
absolutely go for it. That gives me some time to figure this out. Jackie, yours is. Wow, that says.
I don't even know. What are you looking at? What am I looking at?
Let's see here. You want your proficiency, which is +4, plus your dex, which is 18. So you would have an 18 regular one. Does that make sense? 18
Her proficiency is
+4 -1 is 13.
Proficiency in what?
Your proficiency in perception. So
Oh,
if
perception.
you check your
so
if
my
you check your
perception is
sheet,
+4.
right,
Yeah, I see +4.
then you
right.
add your dex modifier to it.
Dex
Then plus
modifier,
10.
which
18.
is plus.
Yes, exactly. And
Ah.
Alexi's is
Okay.
17.
I got you.
I'm the slowest member.
Which, yeah, sort of
Yeah.
makes sense, I guess. Small
Okay,
legs.
little stubby legs. Yeah.
Let me it has its negatives considering what my role is, but still.
Let's see. Update of. $15. Yes. Okay.
All right, back.
Come back.
All right. Welcome
By
back.
the way, yes, thank you. By the way, so I said that when the lion showed itself, I said I let off 2 shots. How are you gonna deal with that?
Okay. Yes, we will do that as soon as you did it. Let me see here. As soon as it came out of the cave, you shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, we really should have been using not modified initiative, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Never mind then.
Let me see here. Because the way that PF2E works is when you do initiative, you have the choice of using literally any skill that you want. You can use perception, acrobatics, arcana. And most of the time it uses perception. But in this case, how about we just move you to the top of the initiative and you take your turn first.
Okay, sure, that works.
So you'll just go right before Vasoya, and then we'll pass over you next. So you let off 2 shots, right?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
Let's see. Where are the attack rolls in this sheet? Actions. Okay. Double barrel musket. How do I make the
You can draw with 2 hands. Yep. Which I know you said you did. So and I believe you had it already reloaded, which
Yes.
you have the macro for. Right?
Yeah. Now how to strike? Okay. Huh? No ammunition is wait. Oh.
Remember, there's the macros and things like that.
Wait. Did we set up the macro?
Yeah, you should have it on your toolbar. I thought we did that.
Oh. What?
How about I do it for you at this point?
Okay. I thought we did. I vaguely
Yeah.
remember doing it.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Rounds. There you go. You had to select it on your character sheet. And then you hit reload. Do you not have it in your toolbar at the bottom?
I have a macro.
If you mouse over it, it'll tell you what it is.
It says new macro. I think I may have.
It's all right. In the interest of time, I'll do it for you. So it's loaded, right?
Okay. Oh yeah. All right. So strike.
And the way are you doing the double barrel?
Yes.
Single strike to increase the weapon damage by 1 step. Let me see your thing here.
So, should I roll another time, or no?
Let me see
Apply
here.
the same roll to both.
You can fire both barrels of a double barrel weapon in a single strike to increase the weapon damage die by 1 step. It's not 2 different strikes. You use both rounds of ammo to increase the damage of the single roll, I believe.
Okay.
You can fire both barrels of a double barrel weapon in a single strike.
Okay.
To increase the weapon damage die. Yeah, so it doesn't say anything about making a separate strike.
Okay.
And that goes wide of the lion who is roaring in your face, or well, not in your face, but out
At my face.
Yes. And your reload takes 1 interact action to reload, so you could reload once and then shoot again.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right. Go ahead and make another attack roll.
You cannot is not.
All right. Let me do that for you.
Wait. I think I did it.
Oh.
Oh, I guess I didn't. Wait. How does?
It's all right. I got you. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, come on.
So yeah, you in a panic as the lion roars at you, you let off 2 shots, but they both go wide and clang right off the side of the cavern. It's slightly dipping below, and now we will go to Visoya. Sorry.
Okay. So I have a question about one of my actions into the
Okay.
fray. So
Keep in
I already
mind,
have my-
I do want to point out really quick, just before I forget, the light
Okay.
is now dim light. You can still make out objects. Things aren't hidden, but every time you make an attack at a creature right now, you have to pass a DC 5, or the attack misses. Okay. Just so that we're clear.
A DC
Wait, I'm
5,
sorry.
what check?
DC 5, what? Yeah.
I
was
believe
like,
it's
what?
just a DC 5, like you roll a D20.
Ah,
Okay, wait. So we roll it. So we roll the D20, and then we.
Right. Let me see. Let me
Roll
find the
our
exact wording here. A DC 5 flat check when targeting you with an attack spell or other effect.
Yeah, so just rolling it's a concealment check.
If the check fails, the attack spell or effect doesn't affect you. So you make it before you make your attack roll, and yeah. Okay.
Okay, so if I was doing like a multi-attack, then I'd have to roll twice to see if I.
Well, there are no multi-attacks. You would just be striking twice, right? And you'd be doing it
Okay,
separate for each one.
Map.
Yeah.
All right, I got. Okay. All right. So I had a question about the into the fray thing. So since I already have my weapons drawn, could I? Oh, never mind. We have 3 actions, right? All right. Okay. So here's what I want to do. Should I say it and then roll?
Well,
Roll
it's your
and then say.
turn, so just Yeah, go for it. What are you trying to do?
Okay, so I want to try to shoot first
Okay.
and then move, stride,
Okay.
and go in with the sword.
All right. I want to
So
say
strike, move, the attack, move, attack.
Okay. You can certainly do that.
All right, so I'm gonna roll first a d20, right, to see if I make the first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. 1 sec. R d20. Okay. So that's just to attack the first
Okay.
time, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. So
If your attack
then-
hits, then it will actually hit. Yes.
Okay. So then I just press strike, right? It says it's not loaded, but I
Oh,
assume it is
it's-
loaded.
Let me
so-
see here.
Did I have to use my macro to
There you go. You're loaded.
load it? Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it popped up. Okay.
All right, that does not land, and then you will take a stride action, which is one action itself, right?
Yes.
And then you can go into range of it.
Okay. So. Okay, now another question. So, since my first attack didn't hit, then do I still have to take the penalty?
You
for
still take the
second attack?
multiple attack penalty because your
Okay.
strike has the attack trait, and every time you take an attack trait, unless it's specified otherwise, it starts applying the multiple attack penalty.
Okay, so am I rolling a d20 again to see if this attack?
Yes,
It's
I
or-
believe
yeah,
so.
okay.
It doesn't say anything about ranged attacks, just an attack. DC 5 flat check when targeting with an attack, spell, or other effect.
Okay, so I'm rolling a d20 again just to see if it hits. Okay. Sorry for all the questions.
No, not at all. It's a new situation for everyone. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, that does.
Well,
not-
you swing wide.
Oh.
Crossbow bounces off the den behind it as well, and you try to take a swing at it and stride up to you are striding up to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so let me move.
Okay.
Move my.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You do it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
That's
it's your
fine.
token. You do it.
Okay. Fine.
There you go.
It's aggressive. All right.
So you stride up to it and try and take a slash at it with your saber, but it ducks under it and roars at you. And it's now its turn, and it roars at the human that's strode up to it. And takes a swipe at it with its claw. And I will make this. And and Vasoya masterfully dodges out of the way of the claw, and it makes a second one at her. And this. Oh, I just rolled that in public. That's fine. It misses again. Wildly roars and sees the other two things here, spooked by the loud noises, and begins to oh gosh, how should I say this? No, I'm sorry, my mistake. Yeah, it doesn't. It's gonna take another swipe at you. My bad. I had to think about that. Let's see. Yes. It's probably going to miss, but self. There we go. And it misses again. And now it is Robin's turn.
Okay. So a step, is that an action, or do you get the one freebie like other editions?
I'm sorry?
Step.
No,
5 foot step.
that costs you an actual action.
Oh, it does cost. Jeez. Oh, it doesn't trigger reactions. That's what's special about it.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. So first, I'm going to exploit vulnerability. So rolling my DC, my esoteric lore check on it. So that's my first action. I don't think so. Right?
Let me double check. Exploit vulnerability. You're holding your implement once per round. You see an attempt against the standard DC for its level. And we'll say, yes, that did not pass.
Ah, darn. Oh well. So then, second action, take step in. Third action, attack, strike.
Okay. Why don't we, when we're doing the mischance, let's do that after you've made the attack, just for
Yeah, so you don't roll
theatrical.
too many.
Yes. So go ahead and make the attack roll. Okay, now roll your mischance.
This is gonna be really sad if I.
Yeah, your whip just whips the dirt. A puff of smoke and dust flies up in the lion's face.
Oh well. Oh, that's the end of my turn.
All right. We will go back to the normal order now. Bjorgulf, you went first, then we skipped you, so you're going to return back to underneath Vasoya. I'm going to remind you guys that there is the custom action, and it's the start of the round. So you can take this this action here, right? Where is it here? Rush. It's a custom action that we've made, homebrew for this, right? Gives you a boost in your initiative, but you are slowed 1, which means you lose an action essentially. So if you guys want to do that, the trigger for it is an encounter round begins, and an encounter round is beginning right now. So
Oh, this is new.
if you want to use that, now is the time. I'm not going to remind you every time about this. It's going to be your guys' job, but if you guys want to do that, please do so.
5. So what's the +5 for? Is it just
You'd
for-
basically move 5 up in the initiative order for this round. So if you normally have an 18 and you took this, you would be slowed 1, but you would have a initiative of 23 for this round.
Slowed 1. Oh, I'm gonna click on
Slowed
That
1,
means like if
right.
you use an action. Okay, so you have 2 actions instead of 1.
Exactly.
Sorry, I have 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
2 actions instead of 3.
It's not really gonna be too important for you. though,
Yeah, for
because
me,
you're
I'm
already.
okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
And if I use it, I tie with you. So yeah.
So if we tie, then
We go with
normally
Dex
like a 5e,
first.
right? It's like Dex. Okay, it's the same thing.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
so-
PF2E's rules, but that's what we're using because it makes sense.
Yeah.
I
And
still have higher
that's
dex,
that's
but-
usually what everyone does anyway. Higher modifier wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no chance of going first ever.
What if it
'Cause
was
you're-
like a courtesy, like after you, like
I
Can we
don't know.
choose our order in a situation
No,
like
you
that?
get your bonus. You get your bonus. There is a thing called delaying, which I guess you could if you really wanted to do that, then you could probably combine the two, but this is also a free action. Your turn begins, you would delay your turn, right?
Ah. Yeah, so
That
I would
one,
have
that
to
one
use
is
rush,
vanilla
and you would have to
PF2e. That
delay.
one's not me. So
Yeah, it's right on here.
Understand. Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks for the PSA.
no worries.
All right. So it's back to me, right? So, I just want to go. I'm gonna mix up the order. I'm gonna go for a slash and a shot
All right.
and another slash. So I go for 3 attacks.
Okay.
No.
Me
Yeah.
double check. I think you get a, what was it? It's not an attack of opportunity, a penalty of some kind for
Multi-attack penalty.
No, for
yeah,
ranged
multi-attack.
attack in melee.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
but don't
what
I
was
have
it?
wait? Did we talk
No,
about this last time
that's-
that we have
No.
I have a trait that balance?
No. You did that for dual weapon reload. Remember?
Ah, so okay, yeah. Never mind. Okay, so then I'll just go for the slash.
3
So,
slashes then. All right. Let me see here. Well, I'll tell you what, Jackie.
Okay, Connor.
The penalty for taking a ranged attack in melee is that if a creature has attack of opportunity, it can take an attack of opportunity when you use the ranged attack. But not all creatures have attack of opportunity. To figure that out, you'd have to do a recall knowledge, which is a single action, but it does, you may be able to find out if it has an attack of opportunity or not.
Or I could just attack and then see if it attacks back.
That's an option.
I guess it's also another way to figure
That's a
it out.
gambit. Nice. That is true.
Yeah, you know what? YOLO. Yeah.
All
no, I'm
right.
still
So what
gonna
is
go
it?
for
What
a
is your
shot,
order
so-
here?
So it's
Strike,
no,
shoot, strike.
Yeah, strike, shoot.
All right. Go ahead and make your
Go
rolls.
back then. All right. So first I have to roll, just to even see if I hit. Right. Even in close combat and melee range, I still have to roll.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Please do that afterwards. We'll count that, obviously, but do
Cool.
it after you do
Oh.
your attack roll, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I
No,
thought it
we
was to
we
roll,
just changed it with Eric's because it makes more sense this way. It's less rolling for everyone, basically.
Oh, okay. That makes. Okay. Sorry. All right. So I will roll to attack then. One moment. I have to open back up my sheet because I closed it by accident, and it's bugging out.
No.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. We're good. It popped up. It's just slow. Okay, yeah, strike, shoot, strike. Okay, so strike first. The sword, and then did it pop up?
Yep, absolutely. All right,
Okay.
and that hits, and it is, I believe. Ooh, it's so close to being a crit. Okay, well, it's not a critical. Yes, it's not a critical in this case, but it does hit, so it will do the damage.
It's not a crit if it's 19.
It has to be on a 20 or
Oh.
exceed the amount by 10.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's okay. Right. All right. So then.
So hit the damage button. Yes.
8.
Okay. And it will take that damage. And it roars in pain as you slice into its flesh with your saber.
Okay. Then.
Exceeding it by 10, that actually opens some pretty interesting strategies.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit more interesting in vanilla rules when you're not using proficiency without level because it's actually easier to get your criticals off, but there's various reasons. Ask me about it later.
Okay. So then I'll go for the shot, and then. So first I'll roll to attack, right? And then if I make it, then I roll the d20.
Right, exactly.
Okay, I just want to double check. All right, cool. So I might not make it.
All right, that's
There
a
you go.
miss. You don't have to roll
That
the
is a
miss
miss.
chance. And it doesn't take any swipe at you.
Okay, good to know. And then strike again. And then third one. Huh. Okay. All right. That's it.
Okay.
It's
Then
my
it
turn.
passes to Bjorgulf.
All right. I will use
I should
two.
really change the music.
It's a very relaxed combat.
And
All
we're
right.
slowly shooting.
Slowly shooting. I'm gonna use. Wait, we get 3 pips during our turn, right?
Reactions, absolutely.
Yeah. So I will use 2 to reload both barrels and 1 to let off both shots again.
Okay. Let me double check that. I think with the double barreled, you have to reload each one individually. I think you might be right.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Double barrel, I think had that. You can fire increase
Doesn't
if the
say anything about that. It says reload 1, and it doesn't say.
No. Double barrel trait. This weapon has 2 barrels that are each loaded
You're
separately.
completely correct. Thank you. All right. Very well.
All right. Let's see if my weapon is loaded on.
Oh, I will do that
If
for
it's
you.
meta loaded.
There you go.
All right.
Do you have to reload that twice? No. Okay. All right, it goes wide and hits the side of the den.
Why, dice gods? Why?
Please. Sorry, there's nothing I can do. All right, it is the your turn is over, right? That's all 3 actions.
Yep.
Okay, it's the lion's turn again. It roars again, and you can tell. Let me see. Each of you make a perception check for me.
Now I roll high.
It didn't go through. Sorry.
No worries.
Why is it on? Okay.
All right.
You see it now?
Yes. Bjorgulf alone makes the note that it is posturing itself very protectively in front of the den, and it's not budging. You can looking at its posture, you make this observation.
It's in a defensive posture. I shout. Not shout, but note. Rather loudly.
Okay. And the lion will roar again, and strike Vasoya.
Oh, I'm so fortunate. I feel so loved.
Okay. It actually goes to bite you, and it does do damage. It does
Oof.
hit.
Oh.
Oof.
And
Is that for like 10 damage? Okay.
10 damage.
Oh, man. Jeez.
It sinks it's digging into your flesh slightly. It's going through your armor, and its fangs are into your flesh, though not critically so, and not endangering your life in any way quite yet. But it also does have hold of you in its so you are grabbed. And that makes you flat-footed and immobilized.
Okay, it wasn't like I was in heels in the first place, but
You take a -2. You're flat-footed, so you take a -2 penalty to your AC. All right, right now, and
Okay.
it's going to it's going to try and attack again and shake you by the grab it has in its fangs. This one does not. It struggles with you, but doesn't manage to sink its fangs any deeper. It will try, and that is the end of its turn.
He's in pain. Yes.
And now it is Robin's turn again.
What?
Okay.
Ah! That was a groan of pain, guys.
All right, so I'm gonna try exploiting vulnerability again.
Okay. All right, this time you do find a vulnerability, and you think you know the best place to attack this lion, and your implement surges with energy that will assist your attack.
This implement of mine burns with an
Awesome
awesome power.
power.
Its loud crack tells me to whip victory.
There you go.
Take this, my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow.
You get a +1 for the G Gundam
All we need
reference.
is the...
I'm not joking. So that's an 18. Make your mischance.
This has epic fail written all over it.
Nope.
Ah, yes.
Go ahead and do your damage. And it takes
Four
it.
hold. Or that's 4 plus 2 from. Wait, I gotta get the whole number correctly. Implement empowerment.
I'm assuming it's a Gundam.
So 2. So
'Cause
it's
I-
8 damage actually. Oh wait, no, it's counted. It counts the empowerment already, but doesn't count the exploit weakness. So it's 6 damage.
Exploit vulnerability action. Holding. Let me see.
Exploit vulnerability would be personal antithesis. You improvise a custom weakness on a creature by forcefully presenting and empowering a piece of its eterica that repels it on an individual level. For example, against a tyrant, you might procure a broken chain that once held a captive. This causes the target creature and only a target creature to gain a weakness against your unarmed and weapon strikes equal to 2 plus half your level. So just
Okay.
2 additional damage.
Gotcha. So an extra 2 damage, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So 6 total.
So is your...
And-
Okay, no, sorry.
It
Go ahead.
roars and maintains its defensive posture. And you still have 2 actions left.
I have 1 action left.
Oh, right. Yes, you did the... Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. And second action, I'll make another attack.
No. No. No.
That's an epic fail. -1.
Oh, man.
Mining the
Say
ground.
it could be worse, but...
All right. Okay. All right. Vasoya, it is your turn.
Ooh, I got a whole bunch of sass effects going on right now. Not so great. Would I have to roll to get at the grapple?
You would, I believe.
Is it a strength check?
I believe it's an athletics check, but let me. I think it's an action here. Double check
Okay.
here. Not release. Action, right? Combat action. I think it's called escape, right? Here you go. It's called escape.
Is
and
it
I
one of
will
those
drop
like
it.
macro actions or?
Don't mind that.
Okay, I will not mind it.
What would I do?
Unarmed attack modifier.
Okay, so I'm just rolling like a regular unarmed attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just roll strike, even though I'm not striking.
It's okay. Hold on. Attempt
It's the same mechanic.
attempt to check using your unarmed attack modifier. Yeah, I think it would basically just be the same as your unarmed attack modifier. So if you just
Okay,
made
so I'm gonna just roll.
yes, strike +6 basically, right? 9.
Yeah.
That does not escape from its grasp.
Yo! Oh
Uh,
my gosh.
yeah.
All right. That is just. And that's
Also,
just one
I want to
action,
point
right?
out that if you click escape, escape has the attack trait, and what that means, it does incur your multiple attack penalty.
Yeah, I am aware of that, but
Okay.
I realize I'm immobilized, right? So I can't actually attack.
You can attack. It just means you can't move.
Jeez. All right. It's not a good look. All right. So can I try to strike to get out of the
No, that's the
Hold?
escape
No.
action. Yeah.
That's the escape. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna attack
Okay.
with the sword.
Gonna make your attack.
Okay.
All right. What's
then-
the multiple attack penalty?
-4.
Yeah, it's -4.
Minus
It's
4,
already- yeah, I already
14. All right. You miss wildly over the lion. You're struggling,
Huh?
trying to
Huh?
escape.
What? Wait, no. It's an 18.
It's an 18.
It doesn't automatically apply. Oh, it already has it. Sorry. My mistake. My bad.
Yeah.
I was applying it after the fact.
Yo,
No,
yeah, I was
Foundry.
about to go off. I
Foundry's
was
better
gonna
than
go off
me.
on
I'm
you.
sorry.
I
Foundry's
was about
better
to
than
go
me.
off on you.
Foundry is so much better than I am. I got you. It says right there, multiple attack penalty -4.
I
Got
was
you.
like, hold on.
Thank you. No going off required here. My mistake. I apologize. Okay, that does. So go ahead and
You're
make.
about to hear a second show.
roll your mischance DC.
Oh, the D20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's so upset, but it's still sad.
There you go. Perfect hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
All right, and then 8.
You take a slap. Oh wow, that did. Hold on.
Hold on.
Well, I had everyone selected. I have everyone selected, so everyone took 8 damage just now. Oops. You hit yourself in confusion. Nice.
I'm so confused about why I took damage. I took damage.
What? I don't know what your HP was at before.
She's at her max -10.
No. So wait. 8. Okay. Got you. It's because stamina splits it.
Ah.
Yeah. And this one took the damage, right? Lion takes 8 damage. Cool. Gotcha. Yes. All right. You have one more action left, I believe.
Yeah. YOLO. She goes again for another hit. Another swing.
Okay.
When they really gotta stop clicking out this. Okay, so map -8. It's the same thing if I try to escape, so.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
No. Yeah.
All right. Bjorgulf's turn again.
Okay, I'm gonna try something else. Since apparently the... Oh, wait, I don't... Darn it. Alright, well, I'm going to step a little closer, yeah?
Okay.
10 feet and then from... Yeah, I'm just gonna get a little closer. How do I do this again?
You press spacebar after measuring.
Okay. Okay. I use this one action. I use another action to reload, and I will try and shoot again.
Okay. I will reload it for you.
Okay. You shoot
Go.
it once.
All right.
There we go. Much more like it.
And you do not roll the mischance because you have low light vision.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So do your damage.
Guess that cave life helps.
Cave life.
Cave
Yeah.
life.
So 6 piercing. What does? Okay, that was not a crit. So fatal does not apply, I guess.
Mhm.
Concussive. They don't have it. I guess the creature does not have immunity or resistance to
No such thing.
pierce. Okay, so this does not matter, I guess.
No such thing.
Okay. Alrighty,
Absolutely.
so I guess I do 6 piercing damage and my turn is over.
Okay. You do 6 piercing damage.
Guns don't add dex modifier for damage?
Nothing does in this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I believe strength is to throwing stuff, but not
Yeah.
damage in PF2E. I will double check that to make sure that I'm actually 100% sure. But let me handle this turn really quick. And while you guys are going, I will do that. If so, we will undo that, but I'm pretty sure. All right. And that's the end of your turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's the lion's turn, and it actually lets go of its hold on Vasoya, and she
How
will.
kind.
And instead, it will growl. It will do. Really doesn't have one. Okay. It will do a growl, a roar at everyone in the area, and it will try to. Let me see here. I'm just gonna roll. But it's not a very convincing roar, and it yelps at the end of it. No one's shaken by it, but then it does take a swipe at Vasoya, not trying to kill her or maim her in any way. Let me see here. It will make
Like a non-lethal swipe.
Yeah, it's more like trying to shove you aside, push you away. And it really does so. Against yes. What is your AC? 17. Okay. It shoves you 10 feet in this direction. Here. Shoves you this way. And it does well, I guess okay. Let me see here. Read that one more time. Okay. But it stays where it is, and I have it placed here, but it was actually standing here. But it will actually 5-foot step and stand here and maintain its defensive posture. It doesn't pursue Vasoya, it just roars at the three of you. And that'll be the end of its turn. Now it's Robin's turn.
Okay. I'm going to step here and attack twice.
Okay.
Why did it keep closing? Whatever. And I'm guessing I just have to roll one.
Roll your 1 for
miss
the
chance.
miss chance, right? All right, that one
Yeah.
hits. Do your damage for it.
And that +2, so 9.
Damage. And then... Alright. That's the end of your turn, right? That's all 3
Yep.
actions? Cool. So then it is Vasoya's turn again.
Okay, so I didn't take any damage from the shove, right?
Nope.
Okay. So it'll take a step diagonal. Like, I can't move. Like behind. No, just 5 feet back. Is
Okay.
this like shrubbery? Is this a tree? I don't know what this is. Like,
It's like a tree. You could stand underneath it.
Okay.
It has a
Yeah.
large canopy, but it's a pretty narrow trunk at the base, so you could stand underneath it. If you tried to move to this square, then you would probably have
Be
some
on top of
trouble,
it,
but
okay.
yeah.
All right, and I'll go for 2 shots.
Okay.
Okay.
Do so.
If I can lift the screen, will load. One moment. It's all right. Strike. Blue. 15.
Okay.
So then I roll d20, right?
Okay.
No,
Do not bother. That's a miss.
that's a miss.
It bounces off the ground here.
My God.
Or rather, the crossbow sinks into the ground just ahead of the lion.
Okay. And then talking's a free action, right? So twice it's the other 2. Do you really think it makes sense to take care of this beast? It's already getting dark.
I mean, it's been like a minute. It looks like it's hunting people. I think it's kind of our responsibility.
Very well. And then she goes for another shot. Which I will roll for. And I miss.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
okay.
argue about that.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, and then that is Bjorgulf's turn as well.
Okay. Is
Also, Eric, I double checked. Yes, I was completely right. Range
Yeah,
damage roll.
I checked too.
Yeah.
You were right.
Just for thrown, and that's only strength. Yeah.
Is this area within 5 feet of the line?
Yes. It's a large
Okay.
creature, so it's square as well. Yeah.
Okay, let me double check something really quickly. I want to try a new thingy. Oh, that takes
A new thingy.
Okay, this is gonna be risky. So I am going to walk within 5 feet of it. It uses 1 action, and I think my explode innovation
Okay.
takes 2 pips, I think.
Let me double check in with you there. Feet explode, and we will drag it into chat here, and you can all see it and read it. Yes, it uses 2. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna explode.
All right. The explosion deals leveled fire damage with a basic reflex to all creatures in the 5-foot emanation. Okay.
Yeah. So DC 0 basic what?
How does that work?
does
Dex. Don't worry about that. As soon as you click it, it will update for you. For example, it'll show up when you
Okay.
select your token. It says +3, +2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. DC
Oh,
16 basic reflex.
that's
in
a
my
reflex for the lion, right?
Okay.
Oh, that's not right. Is that right? Is that how that works? I rolled it for you. You can roll your own. I'm just checking to see how that works. I'm guessing it's 2d6, right?
2d6 for what? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
The leveled fire damage.
I guess. Well, let me see what it's.
Let me check the inventor's thing here.
You're kidding me. 2 ones.
Oy. Inventor. Sorry, I took your 7 and your 9. Let's see. 2d6 fire damage.
Yep. I don't deal a whole
Around
lot.
you. Yep. And it will do a reflex save for what is the reflex save based on exactly?
I don't know, but it says here DC 16 basic reflex.
It would be based, yeah, DC 16 would be based on his inventor DC.
Okay. Your inventor DC.
Yeah, do stuff DC.
Where's
Wait,
that
Eric,
written
did
on your
you-
sheet
Did
exactly?
Did you take
Class
damage
DC is
for your-
16. All right, it does take the 2 damage.
Eric,
Okay.
Eric.
Yeah.
Let me make this
Did,
unstable
did
check.
you rolled to hit, right? Did you actually?
Failure. I
5
can no
minus
longer
6.
use unstable.
Okay. Yeah, its fur is singed now. By the way, I'm sorry, Jackie. What were you saying?
No, I was saying. Oh,
Did
never
I
mind.
roll damage?
Yeah, it was a 7, right?
Yeah, 7
Okay,
plus
okay.
2.
Yeah. Okay, that was a 9. Okay.
All right. And that is your turn, Alexi?
Yep.
All right. It roars and does the same thing to you that it just did to Vasoya. It shoves you it shoves you 10 feet this way, skittering on the ground.
Okay.
Roars, takes a single step, and does the same once again.
I wonder if it realizes it's just staving me in action. Oh, it shoved me pretty far.
It shoves you 10 feet as well.
Oof.
Yes. And it
You get a
roars
shove,
again.
and you get a shove, and you get a shove.
Yeah.
Can we can we observe it? Like how does it look? Like
It looks let me see. Well, I don't think you need to make a check for that.
just like observing it. Like
Yeah, you can see it's pretty ragged at this point. You can see it's panting very heavily, and it's
Okay.
looking between the three of you, and it's looking sluggish. Its mouth is hanging open, and it's breathing heavily, and its wounds are dripping with blood.
okay.
And you can
we don't
see
have
yeah.
okay. Okay,
And
so
that's
do we
the
have
end
like
of
a
its turn.
power friendship move? Like and like what kind of synergy runs?
We're gonna defeat it with the power of friendship and this whip I found.
All right,
Hey,
Robin's
you know,
turn.
it sounds pretty Yu Yu Hakusho-ish, but okay, sure, why not?
That's
Okay,
kind of the.
Kurama.
It's funny that was exactly what I was using as a reference.
Oh yeah?
Whip.
you
Re-
you pulled a
remember Connor-
scorpion whip, and I was like, huh.
Remember, Connor, the
Yeah,
the
Kurama?
image I showed you? Yeah. Yeah, he said no. It's just a whip with obsidian.
Sorry.
Spike in the
That's
end.
super
no.
magical. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I really am.
Yeah.
Gotta ruin the fun.
Yeah, I do. It's my job. Sorry, no, I'm kidding. The opposite of my job.
Okay,
But
so
it is
whose turn is it?
Robin's turn.
Oh, Robin. Okay.
All right. Oh, no, wrong one. Step. Attack.
Okie doke.
And when that guide said that thaumaturge is all about consistency, they were not kidding.
Hmm.
Does that hit?
Yes, it does. You have to roll your mischance.
Yeah. So
That
yeah,
does hit. Yes.
6 damage.
6 damage. There you go. Your obsidian whip lashes into its flesh and tears a chunk out of its flank, and it's bleeding and panting very heavily now, and it looks almost sleepy to you.
I suppose I should almost feel bad for the bloodthirsty monster. And last action, second attack.
All right. All right,
Ooh.
that does hit. Go ahead and make another mischance. All right, does hit. All
9
right.
damage.
And you lash out with your whip, and it catches hold of its throat. And as you pull back, it drops a puddle of blood directly onto it, and its sleepiness now gives away as it slowly lets off one last whimpering roar and collapses to the ground.
All right, that's one problem taken care of. Well, I checked to make
Alright.
sure it's dead.
Yes, it's very much dead. Very dead.
Okay.
Super dead.
And I think, meta-wise, I think I have
So-
an idea of what's in the cave.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Okay.
And
So
as
who
I-
wants to go? Well, I'm the right
yeah,
size.
no, it's
so-
okay.
You wanna-
yeah, we can't.
You wanna
go in.
you wanna torch first?
Yeah.
Torch? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Do you have a candle or something?
I think I have a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have five torches. Here, I light one and give you one.
What's
Thank
the what's the time of the day right now?
it is very close to dark. It's dusk.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I don't like this.
All right. So,
I have a okay. Well, Robin is checking. Is there a macro action I can do to restore some health?
Let me
Like treat my wounds or something?
right, there's a thing for let me see the
I have a healer's kit.
administer first aid.
What was that action called in stamina?
Oh,
you
the
can take
stamina
a,
one.
you can
Breath?
take
Take
a
a-
deep
catch a breath
breath.
or something?
I think something like that. Let me double check. Stamina feats. Nope. Take a breather. Costs you 1 resolve
Oh,
point.
that's right. Yeah.
You have 4.
Okay.
Yep. It's an exploration, so it does take you like 5 minutes. You rest for 10 minutes and recover your stamina. You regain all your stamina points after taking this activity. So do you spend 10 minutes doing that?
Yes, but I have another question. So if I take a breather, can I also have like actively use my perception, or is it like take a breather and then I'm basically
Yeah, you can look around while
I
you're
like it.
doing it. You just have to be relaxing at the time, I think. It's rest, right?
right?
But you can be on alert while resting, for sure.
Okay. So do I roll anything to regain my
Nope,
stamina?
you just
health?
get it all back. I already applied it for you. You now have 3 resolve points and 6 stamina.
Okay.
What are resolve points based off
Wait.
of again?
I moved them to be based off of charisma.
Okay.
Then
Okay,
shouldn't she
you should
only
have 0.
one?
Yeah, she should only. Now you should be down to 0. I think it was just automatically full. It's just
Yeah.
the sheet doesn't account for that. Good catch. Alexi, I know, has 0
Wait, why do I-
because
wait,
he
why do
has
I have 0? I'm
minus
sorry.
1 charisma. You have 1 resolve point.
Yeah.
You have 1 because it's based off of your charisma modifier. You have a +1 to charisma, which means you have 1 resolve,
Okay.
right? There we go.
+4 to charisma.
Robin
Gee,
should
that's
actually be your
awesome.
tank, by the way.
I mean, I was in melee. I was hitting it.
Fair.
So,
Doing the
You were
range tank
there.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Race tank. Here we go. I was about to say. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, I feel like usually tanks are kind of more up in the front in the fray, but you know.
And I actually am in the fray. I'm like,
You could have stood back and just done the crossbow thing.
I don't have a crossbow.
TBF? No, I'm talking to Jackie.
No, that's to be fair.
Oh.
No, but I did. I did though. It wasn't like I was not doing. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Didn't miss it.
By the way, Eric, if you push your character through into this rock, yeah, as you enter, I'm sorry, are you lighting a torch? By the way.
Yeah, I lit a torch.
I
Okay.
lit it and gave it to him.
All right.
I will go back towards the
Lights.
horse.
Um,
Check in on it.
I think. Let me see. You need a torch in your inventory. Just one. Okay. And then you will equip it and hold it in one hand. I'm guessing your whip in the other, right?
Yeah.
And then. Well, there was a way to. Torch is lit. There you go. It's lit, fam.
It's lit.
Yep. And as you crawl into the cave, we'll do it a little bit at a time here so that you don't get completely spooked. You notice here, Eric, Robin, you see a deceased corpse here and two small lion cubs cowering in the
Of
corner,
course.
whimpering. That when you enter the cave, they meow at you.
Oh no.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at the entrance to the cave. Can I see inside what's going
It
on?
kind of dips down and then goes back up, so unless you actually crawl into it, you probably won't see the cubs.
Okay. Little Robin, what do you see?
I see. Well, I see our dead cabin driver and 2 cubs.
They move closer into the corner of the cave here.
So what do you want to do?
I dip in too.
All right.
Vastoya calls
Chill in the
out
corner here.
very lowly because I don't want the mic audio to dip out again. It's getting dark. We need to.
Yeah, it is.
We need sent out.
It is now quite dark out. You have entered
Yeah.
dusk at this point,
Okay, well,
We need to go
which
before
is
the
a
Fae
good,
comes.
also a good point to stop for tonight. If you guys, if we can resolve this cub interaction real quick.
yeah, well, sorry for killing your mama, kids. We gotta go. And I searched the corpse for anything that could identify this poor cab driver.
Sorry, your mom's dead.
You find on their body a pendant that's shaped like a star with 18 points. It doesn't look super expensive. It looks pretty crude, all in all. It's like a circle with the star etched into it. But other than that, you don't find any thing of note. Do you do anything, like, do you inspect the body at all?
Sure, I can.
You'd have to make a
inspect, but-
medicine check for me.
Okay, let's see here. Where proficiency? Oh, here it is. Medicine check.
Okay. It looks like it's been eaten.
Sorry, what's been eaten?
The body.
The other
body.
body. Yeah.
Yeah, there's very little left of it. You just find the pendant, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
As-
been it's
as-
been pretty thoroughly devoured at this point.
Yeah. As I inspect the damage, I wonder if he was delicious.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And meanwhile, I'm very conflicted. On the one hand, these are
If a dwarf
two-
eats a human, is it cannibalism?
Yes.
Well, it's a different species,
Mhm.
technically, so I don't really call it
That's what
well,
I
If a
was
dog ate a
say.
wolf, would it be cannibalism?
No?
okay, well, I guess in any case, I pocket that little pendant while calling it out. Hey, look at this guy's pendant. Maybe, what's his name? Ninsu?
Ninusu?
Nisu.
Ninisu, maybe, or whoever it is we're gonna see at the
Ninsunu.
warehouse. Maybe
Ninsunu.
Ninsunu. Maybe they will be able
Ninsunu.
to tell us what this is and I don't know, give us a reward for giving this back to his his widow wife.
Yeah. Well, there's also a question of these cubs. Do we? I mean, I feel bad because there's two things actually going against them. On the one hand, they probably can't survive without their mother, and also they've they've eaten people, so they have a taste for humans and see them as a source of food. So
They're climbing on top of each other and actually looking at you kind of like cute, like, meow, they say.
I go over and try and pet one.
It clambers into the corner of the cave further away from you.
I know we can take them and we can try and sell them. I'm sure there will be good arena monsters somewhere.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad about that, but on the other hand, selling them to somebody who has a menagerie or something might be for the best. They might,
Yeah.
like, some guy might use them as guard animals because they've eaten that person, so they
Hey,
might eat
you
other
two,
people.
you two, let's go. We need to go. It's turning.
All right, you want to
Dusk is
grab
coming.
one, and I'll grab the other.
Yeah, I'll grab a cub.
All right.
Okay.
Do you secure them in
Phase
some
will
way?
come.
What do I have in my inventory that can
Should
facilitate
have some
this?
rope.
Yeah.
You have 50 feet of rope.
Okay, I guess I can try and fashion like a long leash of some kind.
A makeshift leash, sure.
Makeshift leash, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And
And
then
then,
they resist and they're kind of confused and everything, but they're also cubs, so they don't really understand. They like they're a little bit wary of you, but they're also curious, so they're kind of letting you do it. Maybe they're gnawing on your hand as you do it. But
oh, how cute.
That is cute.
with some trouble, you do manage to get them both under a leash. And do you escort them to the carriage? What do you do with them?
Escort them to the carriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume Bjorgulf and Robin both do that together, right? So everyone
Yeah.
will go to the thing. Here we go. Drag everyone out here. And load them onto the cart here. Right. There you go. And you tie
What is this?
you leash them
we're
to
taking the lions.
the carriage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Vasoya, do you know? Does your order have like any kind of last rites thing that you do, or are you just gonna skin the mom? Actually, we should skin the mom.
How do you
Actually, that would be kind of macabre.
I was joking about the pelt.
About the
skinning
what?
myself. The pelt.
Oh.
Pelt.
Yeah.
Oh, we can toss it and throw it in as a bonus for the shipment. Maybe they'll give us a little something extra.
Bjorgulf's evil.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'm
Holy
all about
crap.
saving.
You're like, let's get its parts.
Holy
Let's
shit.
like
I'm a-
exploit it. Like,
I'm all about saving the cubs to give them a chance at life.
so it's like we
but,
need to go. Like,
yeah, I'm
Amber has,
kind
like,
of
a bigger priority going on right now.
Yeah, I'm the one that killed him, and I don't even want a reward from that.
Do you guys keep the torch going, by the way?
The what?
Do you keep the torch going?
Torture? Yes.
I mean, we
Yes.
kind of have to at
Yes.
this point.
Okay.
It's too
Yes.
dark.
Yeah, it's torture without it.
Oh. Jeez.
All right.
I thought I was the one that
Alright.
did the. Wait, you are a dad, so you get to do the dad.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. It is official. I'm a parent.
Yeah.
It
It's
is apparent.
It is apparent that you're a parent.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, both of you guys.
All right, Alexi, make a perception check.
Guys aren't lying.
I.
Uh,
Woohoo. Let's see. Perception check. All right.
All right. Let me see everyone's here. Okay. All right. Yeah, make another perception check.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't roll for perception. Sorry.
Oh, not initiative.
Should I roll? I'm gonna roll 2.
All right, this time you
I didn't
do
roll.
see, Alexi, things emerging from the shadows here.
I freaking told you guys. I freaking told
Uh
you.
oh.
Dragons?
And we will end there this week.
Uh-oh. Protect the kitties.
Guys, I told you.
I would say
I-
that Vasoya has been the most like prescient of all of you, saying some very, very wise things this entire time. I'm just saying,
so
I'm just
annoyed.
throwing
I'm
it
so
out there
annoyed.
that you guys
so
probably should have
annoyed.
listened to Vasoya a little bit more.
I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed.
I've set up this whole encounter. I'm not like manipulating pieces,
I'm so annoyed.
and,
Can
like,
I tell you how annoyed I am?
trying to
I'm
kill
s-
you guys or like spawning
so
things
annoyed.
randomly. Like everything that's on this map has been on this map since you guys spawned in to this map. So
I seriously,
I signaled you guys it's getting darker and blah 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 and
and I literally
okay.
am like, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed
That's
at
all
you
I'm gonna
guys.
say. That's all I'm gonna say. Run. That's it. I'm done. I got nothing else left.
Well, we better ride.
Yeah.
Into the sunset.
Yeah, yeah.
The sun's already gone. The
Right
sun's
in-
set on that idea.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I
Right-
definitely
right-
was like, we need to go. Let's go. You're like, let's
We're
check
gonna-
out the Cubs. Let's.
We're
Let's
gonna
skin
ride-
the lion.
We're gonna ride into the set sun. We'll put it that
We're
way.
like, let's just leave the lion. Let's just go, guys. I feel like it was very perceptive in character move. Like, so I just want to get the mission done and go out
It was in.
the way.
I wouldn't have wanted to leave without confirming at least that the guy was dead.
And a trail, you think this dude is alive? And
I mean,
crazy.
how would it feel on your conscience if you left a guy bleeding in a cave?
It
and you
was
could
for
have saved him?
the.
Well, that was a
the
lot of
sake of the
blood. If you had
Empire?
made a decent
lot of
medicine
blood.
check, I mean,
And
that's a
it
lot
looked-
of blood.
yeah, it was old,
I know.
too.
That's
I
a
know.
lot of blood.
It was a lot of blood and it was old. It wasn't even like fresh blood. So yeah, she's like, all right, let's just
And
go about our
also,
way.
I believe it's kind of safe at this point that you guys won't. But I did point out to you that the age of the blood trails are different. The blood puddle is older than the blood trail. So, working logically from that means it was dragged from the blood puddle after it was already bled out on the ground, which means it was already dead when the lion got it. I'm just pointing it out there.
Lion was
I did-
scavenging?
I did figure that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the clues were
Oh,
there.
this would be a good example of are lions scavengers in on Earth?
They'll eat abandoned carcasses for sure
Yeah.
if they're around. Yeah.
They'll scavenger whenever they need.
Especially when a mama lion cub when a mama lioness is raising her cubs, she takes it away from the pride and raises them separate from the pride because daddy might kill them.
Yeah.
And she will do anything to get them food, whether that includes scavenging or hunting. So I would say that this situation would be quite fortuitous for her. But
Yeah. Very convenient too, dying right outside her den.
that is convenient. You're right.
Alrighty, ladies and gents, I have to finish packing up my putting away all my Costco loot, so I will
Oh, right
bid
on.
thee good night.
Yes, I bid you
And-
farewell.
And I gotta go to sleep.
Right
All right.
on.
Well, that was fun missing all my shots. Good night, guys.
Yeah.
Good night. You guys have a great night. And I will
You
see you next week on Sunday.
Sunday,
Sunday.
Sunday,
Sunday.
Sunday.
Don't miss it.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah.
Later, guys. Bye.
Later.
Okay. Bye.
And that is it for us tonight. I probably should have revealed some of the more inner workings of this encounter and everything to you guys. Otsukare, arigatou gozaimasu. Yes. Yes, it was it's quite a encounter. Everything here that they had the tools to figure everything out on their own. I think I held their hands a little bit more, but that's to be expected because we're still all new to Pathfinder 2e and they don't know what kind of checks they can make. So I was asking some leading questions here and there, which I didn't like doing, but I think it can't be helped, kind of. But yeah, yeah, these Fae here have been on this map since the very beginning, and I knew that I wanted there to be some kind of they were hiding underneath this boulder here. They have their own den very close by this the lion's den, and that was it could have gone several different ways with this, but they could have ended up approaching the Fae's cave first, in which case when they approached it, the Fae would have leaped out and tried to attack them. But they decided to go after the lion first, which bled out a bunch of time. They spent a lot of time doing the wood and everything. And I feel really bad for Jackie because she really did say all of, I want to say, like, quote-unquote, the right things. She knew that dark's not good, spending a lot of time. Maybe we shouldn't kill this lion. I telegraphed a lot, you know. I'm actually kind of surprised how evil Bjorgulf is, but yeah, I think that's it for the GM's Corner this week. I hope y'all enjoyed our session. It was a lot of fun. I had fun. We finally got to do some combat. It took a little bit longer than I anticipated it would, but all in all, it was a very fun time, and it was good to get more into the combat system. But as for me, that's all. Again, this coming next week, usually we play on Saturdays like today, but next time it's going to be on Sunday, just because I have prior engagements, so we'll be playing on Sunday instead of Saturday next week. But I will see you all then. I don't think I have anywhere to send you guys, but I will see you next time. Bye bye.